We are live.
Live from Collarbone Studios.
All right.
What's up, everybody? We missed you.
Gonna let everybody kind of pour in here a little bit.
Pour in. I'm gonna pour some coffee down my gullet. All right. Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going great, man. How are you?
I missed you guys last Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Not yesterday. Yesterday I didn't really miss you.
That was a terrible week.
Yeah, last Friday.
That was a terrible week.
Sucks. Anytime we can't do the show, it hurts.
It does.
It hurt me.
Piece of me is missing.
I cried.
Really important piece. I couldn't breathe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
I have oxygen.
Who would have known?
Yeah, right?
You have such a.
Joke's on you. I never breathe.
Oh.
Zach's a ghost this whole time.
Almost ready.
A ghost. Talk about ghosts. Cowabunga ghost. I miss that guy.
Cowabunga ghost.
Jason Nar.
Surfing the dog, bro.
So, John, how's it been going for the last week?
It's been pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't say it's been pretty good. I mean, work and other stuff, but yeah,
Cool.
It's been fun.
Zach, how about you?
Hang on a second.
Zach's,
Oh my god.
Having technical
Yeah.
difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
Okay.
hello. Link says, sup.
What's up?
Sup, Link. Wait, I gotta do my Link
Alright.
thing every time I say his name. Link.
That's it. All right, so we got the microphone going right now. So we got the podcast recording as well as recording this.
Oh, so this could actually be our first podcast episode?
It could be, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
If all goes as planned, we'll be starting to put out podcasts for you guys of these shows as well. So if you can't tune in live, you can't watch it on YouTube, you want to watch it on the road, you can just access the podcast from one of the podcast services.
I like it.
Hopefully we can get that going for you guys. But
Sounds
until
good.
then, this is the show. And I'm Zach, your friendly neighborhood newsie.
I'm Ryan, the guy that crushes things.
And I'm John Comics.
What? John Comics here?
They call John
Comics.
Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious.
So we got a lot of stuff to talk about today.
Yes, we
A
do.
lot. 2 weeks worth of stuff.
What?
So I picked the
2
biggest.
weeks,
I picked the
son?
biggest things for me personally that I feel like we should talk about.
Okay.
So I guess we'll just start going down the list, and then we'll kind of like go through all like the big news and rumors, stuff like that, and then we'll touch on comics after that, and then after that we'll just talk BS. We'll take some questions from people on the stream. What do you guys think?
Sounds funky and awesome, and I'm ready.
Sounds funky.
Link says.
What's your favorite Marvel hero, John?
Favorite. Let me get this live. Hey John, what's your favorite Marvel superhero? Oof. Yeah. I mean, I'm huge into martial arts, so I would have to say Shang-Chi.
Iron Fist.
Well, Iron Fist is a very obviously top
So
tier.
Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
Is that
The Deadly Hands of Kung Fu.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
the like
yeah.
old school
Old
comics.
school,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
man.
way old
What?
school. Yeah, the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. The master, or the master of Kung Fu, Shang-Chi. That's probably my favorite Marvel superhero. Probably.
What up, Nate?
Nerd.
Um,
Nadelodeon.
but I don't.
Nadelodeon? Oh man. Sorry, continue.
I don't know. Yeah,
That's
I honestly, I don't know. I don't really have like. It's hard to pinpoint favorites for me, especially when it comes to Marvel because there's so many. So
There has to
many
be one.
characters.
There has to be
It'd probably have to be like Shang-Chi then.
Shang-Chi.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Because if it's not him, then it's Franklin Richards, the child of the
yeah.
Fantastic Four.
That guy's crazy.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, he's
yeah,
he's pretty much invincible.
Yeah.
Man.
Who's taking him?
Nate at night. I don't know.
Nate at night.
Nate Raid,
Nate
Natelodeon,
Raid.
Nate and Night. It's good. It's good.
I like that Nickelodeon.
All right,
Alright,
we're gonna
let's
go
go.
ahead and get into some news. We got some people in here watching, so we're gonna just go ahead and get into it. First thing, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is delayed indefinitely following James Gunn being fired from it because of his old tweets that he made. Disney caught wind of this, of course, and fired him almost immediately. They did not hesitate at all, which got some fans and actors and all kinds of people in the industry like super upset and siding with either Disney or James Gunn on the matter. Mostly James Gunn, saying people have changed and all that stuff. My question is, after they have met with James Gunn, Disney's met with James Gunn, they're not hiring him back on. Apparently they're reportedly using his script still, but they're looking for a new director, which means James Gunn will not be directing Guardians 3, and they've delayed it indefinitely until they can find somebody to take over the helm.
So this is that where you would like actually say that, like have Bone Thugs Harmony playing for James Gunn?
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
Basically he's on the market,
Mhm.
right? So if somebody else is going to take over for him to do Guardians, who would you want to take over? And then with him gone from Marvel, do you think DC could pick up James Gunn and get him to do a movie for them? Because as far as I know, Marvel's pretty family oriented, and DC seems like they would be a little bit more lenient. But that's just me. I don't know how they are in the industry, but I could see them trying to pick him up to like do a movie for the DC universe. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, no company wants, like, Disney has a very strict guideline, strict
Yeah.
standard to
Yeah.
their rules and whatnot, and due to everything that happened, like it's you can see why they fired James Gunn like that.
Yeah.
Which is it happened in the past, but like I get like that still doesn't change what happened, and what was said. Now, we were talking earlier and we agreed that if James Gunn is done with Marvel, James Gunn can come over to DC, because there is another group of space travelers and adventurers that James Gunn could easily write a script for.
In brightest day,
In blackest night.
no evil shall escape my sight.
Oh my god, that
Green
oath.
Lanterns. Yeah, I could see that.
James Gunn should do Green Lantern.
That'd be amazing.
DC should pick him up. Obviously he's gonna have to kind of get rid of his little Marvelistic style that he has going on.
More darker side.
No, I wouldn't
Which
say
he has
darker.
now.
I wouldn't say darker, but
Took me a second.
I think I wouldn't say darker, but I think he would do a good Green
Yeah.
Lantern movie though.
Yeah,
I think if he continued with the style that they had in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, he could make a good like Guy Gardner movie. But for a Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart movie, he would definitely have to like tone down the fart jokes a bit,
Yeah,
things like that.
Has to be more serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Richard said Rocket. Richard was like, he'll direct the movie. Rocket's a vampire. James Gunn is now a character. Star-Lord is Andy Dwyer. My dog is the villain. James Gunn to direct the Team Rocket movie, dark and gritty. Link says the problem with DC picking him up would be that everyone who was siding with Disney would drop off that movie.
True.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
True.
It's fair to say.
True.
Now it looks like he's done for the rest of his life.
Well, he'd probably just go back to making like little indie movies and horror
Get it?
stuff.
Well, yeah, he has a horror film that's
James
coming.
Gunn. I mean Gunn.
Oh, sorry. Wow.
Dad joke.
He has
Really reaching for that one.
Sorry.
he has a movie coming out. He has
He's got a horror movie, yeah.
coming out or something like that.
Who
Yeah.
is?
James Gunn.
James Gunn. But it was already made before this stuff hit.
Yeah.
Oh,
before
so,
before
so
all
it's
this happened.
okay.
They were gonna have a panel at Comic-Con, and the morning of that panel, he was dropped from Disney, and Sony followed suit and said he wasn't allowed on the panel for that movie. And so they didn't announce it at Comic-Con like they were going to.
So guys, go see the movie because it's okay. He did it. The movie
It's
came out.
I mean, obviously, if you side with James Gunn on this, but this is like Team Jacob, Team Everett at this point. I feel like it's just like.
Does he sparkle or would he be like the wolf character?
Well, my thing with this whole James Gunn thing is I'm not condoning what he said, but I'm saying I wouldn't want to be held accountable today for something I said in high school.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people grow, they change.
Yeah,
I don't have the same mindset that I had back then. Neither does he. I assume
Yeah.
because he's making movies differently than he did back then. Because back then it was all about shock value and crude humor and stuff. Those movies he was making.
Yeah.
Like look at Slither, but look at that compared to Guardians 1 and 2. What he's done with those characters and what he's like, the kind of person that he's been. Like he's even apologized for the tweets before, So it's tough because the stuff he did say was really dark and stuff, but at the same time, this is one of those instances where you can see both sides of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for DC, I mean, I don't think it would be a bad thing necessarily.
To pick them up, or
If you look at who they are, it's DC dark. They're darker on the darker side. Why not pick someone up?
The only problem
I
with that is
understand.
that they're trying to go for the light stuff now.
yeah,
That's true.
now
That's
they're
true,
trying
yeah.
to switch it up.
Yeah.
So.
All right, well he's done. Sorry.
James Dunn.
James Dunn is good.
No.
Richard said that it's a shame that an imperfect person makes good movies, was fired by an imperfect company that makes good movies. You'd think it'd be simpler.
Yeah.
And then Link said, unless they could have him like shadow direct, if that's a thing, not have him name, but have him direct essentially.
I mean, if they're still using his script, they're still going off the bones of what he did.
Yeah, of course.
So that's kind of in the same thing, but I mean, he wouldn't be overseeing it so much as just laying the groundwork for it.
Sure.
But hopefully, I mean, like that's the same thing that happened with. So the same thing happened kind of with Ant-Man, because Edgar Wright was originally supposed to direct Ant-Man, and he and Marvel had creative differences because he wanted a more grounded, like a contained story, and Marvel wanted to make it part of this whole universe, so they wanted to make changes to split it up and like make all these things like be part of it. And so he left, and the new director took over, and all you would get from like questions like press junkets and things like that was how much of the original script are they going to use of Edgar Wright's and how much influence does Edgar Wright have and stuff, and nobody would ever focus on the new director because there was always talking about the old director. And
guys.
hey,
Hey,
Brian?
Ryan?
And the reason I bring this up is because I was watching Hyper RPG. They have a show called Hyper Heroes, and they brought this up. I didn't even think about that, but the fact that that whole time, even with Ant-Man 2, they were saying even now they're still getting questions about Edgar Wright, and so like this whole James Gunn thing, no matter who they get to direct it, you will never know how much of it is James Gunn's work and how much was changed with the new director.
Yeah.
And so if there's anything wrong with the movie, this new director is going to get all the flack for it.
Yeah.
Just like in Justice League, when things went south, Joss Whedon got all the backlash.
Yeah, but let's be
Yeah.
honest, he probably sabotaged it for Marvel.
Oh yeah, but I mean, to be honest though, it could
Let's
have
be
also been
honest.
with WB.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh no. Well, you see, that's the thing. Everybody wants to blame Zack Snyder.
Mhm.
I don't think Zack's.
No.
I mean, he's the director, and sure, he probably does have some fault, but it's really WB who just wouldn't let him, do what he set out to do, and like his creative differences. And Joss Whedon came in. Everybody knows that's a Marvel guy. Joss Whedon came in. He tried to fix it. I am one of the few people who think that he purposely made it worse, but that's just me. I mean, once you get on the inside, you're inside. Like, why not just mess everything up?
Feige, I'm in.
Yeah, like, why not just take everything apart while you have the power?
Yeah.
Destroy you.
I mean, some of the things though, like some of the things he added actually kind of worked for me, like the banter between the team, like some of those moments, like the way that Superman and the Flash kind of had their like back and forth at the end about like the race and stuff. That was fun, but like that wasn't like an insult.
No.
I mean, maybe like the brunch thing was a little forced, but the fact that they had that kind of like banter where it was like who's faster, like it was, it wasn't. That wasn't like an intentional like misstep, but I think that one of the big things about that movie was like the CG and stuff. But we're getting off topic.
We are.
We got a lot of news to cover, so I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next thing. It also has to do with departing directors. Director Tim Miller, who directed the first Deadpool movie, was going to direct the second one. Got so far as to conceptualizing certain characters' costumes, the way they're going to look in the movie and stuff, before he and Ryan Reynolds apparently had creative differences, falling out, and he left. and they got a new director to take over, a new vision basically, and we got the movie that we got.
Which was good.
One of the concept artists that was working under Tim Miller at the time released some of the concepts that he was working on for the final character designs for the movie. And we actually got a look at how Tim Miller's version of Domino and Cable and, spoiler alert, Juggernaut,
If you haven't seen,
and apparently Fantastic Four was supposed to be in it also. And so we got concept art for all of this. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
You saw all the concept art?
No, I saw. They made a big deal about the Fantastic Four one.
Okay.
why?
I haven't
So why would
seen-
you
I
have
haven't
Fantastic
seen-
Four in Deadpool?
Well, in that there lies that was one of the wasn't that one of the bigger issues that
That was Cable,
yeah.
Domino,
Uh,
Juggernaut. And then Fantastic Four, which the Thing looks great. Like straight out of the comics, basically, with the protruding forehead and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then you had, he's the Hawkeye, so he has to have the red suit.
yeah.
And then, obviously,
Yeah.
but it was the Fantastic Four from the failed Fantastic Four movie.
Well, I don't understand why they would be in a Deadpool movie. That makes no sense.
Because they have the characters. They have the rights. I mean, like they'd be crazy not to, if their solo movie didn't take off, they could put him in the Deadpool movie.
Richard's like wave your hands back and forth when the spoilers are done. Haven't seen it yet. Ooh, dude, it's out on Blu-ray now, man, on DVD. Came out like 2 days ago. Should get it.
Nate,
Yeah.
Nickelodeon.
Alright. But yeah, so we would have had a completely different, like judging by the concept art for these characters, we would have had a completely different tone than the one we got. I can tell, just because like the concept art is super dark, But what do you guys think about would you guys have rather had a darker, more, I guess, comic accurate version of the characters?
For Deadpool?
The
Yeah.
one character I liked that suit better than the one
The-
we saw.
okay,
Not
yeah.
that the other one I saw. I like that one too,
Yeah.
but that one was comic accurate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I like that.
Well, I mean, even Cable had the shoulder pads.
I like that. That was cool.
Yeah.
But I liked what they did with Cable in
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everything they did in the
I thought it
movie was
alright. I thought it
was good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's just one of those things it's interesting to think about what could have been.
But if he was gonna put the Fantastic Four in there, I
Yeah,
would
that
have
would-
been
that
right
would
there
have
with
been-
Ryan
that would have
Reynolds and be like, "Get the hell out of here,
Yeah,
buddy!"
that
Yeah.
would have been too much.
Idiot.
Because it wouldn't have made sense to introduce them in that film.
I think it would have been
Like,
like a cameo,
eh,
like
but
just
like-
a quick thing.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, and then just fly off.
Exactly.
He-
Yeah.
Well, unless Deadpool made fun of him somehow so bad, like, "Oh yeah, your movie was really horrible and didn't do good at all."
From the studio that fucked up Fantastic Four. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to number 3, which is Iron Fist season 2 trailer released, and just the trailer alone looked better than the entirety of season 1. And I forgot to show you this trailer before we played the show.
That's okay.
No, that's
But,
cool.
I'll go watch it later.
Yeah, it's. I mean, just take my word for it. The action in this is more. It's just more exciting to watch.
Okay.
There's more using of the fist. It's not just like one season where he just glows and it's like, oh, he's gonna use it at some point. No, he uses it a few times in this trailer. And then we got certain shots of him with a yellow the
Mask.
comic book accurate mask.
Yeah.
But then when he's on the street, he's wearing a hoodie with a yellow mask around the mouth instead.
Like a ninja type deal.
Yeah, he looks almost like Scorpion.
Okay.
So are you guys excited for Iron Fist season 2?
Well, I mean, I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I'm excited though. Iron
Yeah.
Fist is again
Yeah.
one of my favorite characters. I really like him.
Mhm.
Let me
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'll have to watch it to. I mean, I like Iron Fist,
Mhm.
but I didn't see the first season, so I wouldn't really know.
The best moment.
I mean, I know who he is. I know his powers. I know what he can do. I like him as that character. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see the show. So
Yeah. The best moments of Iron Fist have been in other shows,
okay.
in other character shows.
Yeah, that's what Richard just said. So pumped. He has so much potential based on his Luke Cage second season appearance.
Yeah.
And that's what I was telling you guys last
Yeah.
time. And I'm glad you watched it.
I was
When
so-
Iron Fist shows up in Luke Cage season 2, you could just tell there was something different about. They fixed his character.
He walked in with a smile.
Yeah, and he's not stubborn. He's not, he's not acting like a child anymore. Like he matured.
Yeah, you believe that he's like calm.
Yeah,
at peace
like
in
they
mind,
they
yeah.
made him like, oh, he said he watched Luke Cage basically. Yeah, it was so my friend told me that Iron Fist was in Luke Cage, so I was reading all the subtitles.
Skipped.
Yeah, I skipped the first couple episodes, found the episode where it's like, yes, an old time friend helps Luke Cage, and I was like, oh, that must be the one. Clicked that, watched it, and then Netflix keeps playing, and I'm just like, and then I kind of skimmed through the other episodes, got to the end, and then it was just like, yeah, it was alright. But I just recently rewatched that episode with I like that. That's my favorite Luke Cage episode with Iron Fist. Like, it's so good.
Because it's laying the groundwork for Heroes for Hire, which is when they're together, they're the best when they're together.
Yeah. Oh, and Daughter of the Dragons, which is Daughter of the Dragons, which is oh my God, the cop right now.
Oh man, I can't remember.
Misty
Misty
Knight
Knight.
and
I don't know any of them yet.
Misty Knight and Danny's girl. I'm drawing a blank on her.
I'm finishing up Punisher right now, so.
Oh, I haven't watched Punisher. I'm probably not gonna watch.
No?
You definitely
Probably
should.
not gonna watch.
Behind
Punisher.
Daredevil is my second favorite of all of them,
Yeah,
and
but
it's a slow build, but when it gets to the point where it builds up, it's
Like
awesome.
it's like all the there it is. Colleen Wing.
Colleen Wig.
Yeah.
Colleen Wig.
It's just like Punisher was just it's military. It's like
Yeah.
I know what to expect, and then I've read the comics. Like there's nothing I could. The only thing that they could catch me off guard is the fight scenes, like how good or how bad they were. I heard the fight scenes were really good. All the action scenes were amazing, apparently.
Yeah.
But like there's no point of me. I just don't. Don't get me wrong, I'm a fan. I love the Punisher, but there's no point of me watching that show.
I almost gave up on it.
See,
Um,
this is not helping. Like,
no, I'm telling you, like,
That's
the
a
reason
slow
that I
build.
didn't. It's a slow build. I almost gave up on it because I thought it was going to be like Jessica Jones, but
Okay.
See, I have no interest in Jessica Jones.
Oh,
Je-
it's crazy.
season 2 was terrible.
It's just not. It's not my favorite.
Season 1 was
I just-
great.
I can't attach myself to the character, so.
Season
it's
1 was
fair.
great, but season 2 didn't have what the first season had. Let me just say that.
Okay. Yeah.
But with the Punisher, it was a slow build, but it was a slow build for a reason, because you want something to happen and you want it so bad, and when it comes time for that thing to kind of maybe happen, like I went from not wanting to like continue the show, like maybe I should just drop it, to I gave it like 1 or 2 more episodes, and then when stuff started going down in the last couple episodes, I stood up off the couch and started yelling at the screen, like I was in it, and it ended up being
I'm at
one
that
of my
point
favorite.
right now. Like, I'm like, oh man, he's snapping. He's getting back.
Bowling said, Chris and I watched Cloak and Dagger. It was really, yes, I agree. Cloak and Dagger was amazing. The guy who plays Cloak, I don't remember his name, but there's something about him. Like, I like his acting skills are good. Like, I like him. Olivia
That's
Holt.
on what, Freeform?
Well, it's on Hulu. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's Freeform does it, but it's on Hulu though. Cloak and Dagger was good, and there was so it's good, and then there's like episodes that are just like mind-blowingly like amazing. Like there's one episode, I'm not to give too much away. There's one episode where they go where they use their ability to enter a coma patient's like mind, and that's all I'm gonna say because you have to watch the rest of that episode. Like that episode was so good.
I want to watch it, but I want to be able to watch it with my wife, and we rarely get to sit down and like
Watch something together. Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, because it's always like either I'm working or she's closing and stuff like that. So whenever we sit down, we usually watch something happy like Steven Universe or something, you know. But
Cloak and Dagger, yeah.
Cloak and Dagger, I want to get around to watch
Yeah,
it
you
for sure.
really should. What was the next topic?
So yeah, Iron Fist season 2,
Yeah.
so good, and Punisher's great. It's
Yeah.
Daredevil
dude.
season 1,
I'll watch.
Punisher season 2 of Daredevil.
Yeah,
I'm in-
but
I'm at the point where he's breaking. Like, he's becoming
Yeah,
that Punisher we all love
yeah.
to see.
Oh, where he's kind of like just.
He's getting back into that
Losing-
mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
so good.
I'm like,
Oh.
there was a point like in it, in the one the episode I was telling you about,
Mhm.
where he finds the guy. I don't want to give too much away, but he finds
Yeah.
like a guy,
Mhm.
and I'm like, oh man, if I was like if he goes to this house and finds this guy dead, this is where he's gonna snap and just go ballistic and become the true Punisher we all want to see, and just go start on a rampage, you know?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's very good. I'd recommend it to anybody who's a fan of Marvel.
And that's the thing. Like, I think maybe that's why I haven't really watched the other ones, because to me, Daredevil and Punisher, like I like those characters more than these other. The other ones were like side characters to me.
That's fair.
I like I like kung fu stuff, so that's why I like, Iron Fist. But Power Man, Luke Cage.
I mean, either or.
I never really attached to him, or what's her name?
Jessica.
Jessica Jones.
Yeah, just because she's still a drunk mess. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the next one. The HBO Watchmen series has been given the green light. They ordered a pilot episode a while back. Apparently, they've seen it. They like what they saw. They've officially ordered a season of it. I forget how many episodes, but they're looking to air it in 2019.
Cool.
Apparently, the series is going to be a sort of modern day remix of the graphic novel. What do you guys think about Watchmen being a show on HBO?
I'm psyched for it, man. Like,
Yeah.
knowing that Game of Thrones is gone, that'll be something, to watch. Like,
Well, that's the thing, is they're airing this the same year as the final season for Game of Thrones. It's
but-
kind of crazy.
maybe it'll catch on, because what they had Westworld, right?
Yeah.
Was the other one?
So hopefully they'll time it to where like Game of Thrones just ends, and then they start Watchmen.
Yeah.
That'd be their best bet.
Ideal. Yeah.
Ideal, yeah.
I think now people like Watchmen, for the time it came out almost at the wrong time,
Movie-wise.
movie-wise,
Yeah.
for people to.
People were not ready.
They're
for
like,
that.
what is this?
Yeah.
What is this? It's like,
not ready for that.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
a dark side of
Yeah.
superheroes. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
people weren't ready for that. Now that we've had all these movies, stacked on top of each other
Yeah.
that are a little darker and darker each time.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. I
Yeah.
think that would work.
It's
And it's HBO. I mean,
HBO has the money to do it right.
you can,
Yeah,
you can be
for
raunchy
sure.
with it. They can be rated. It can be super rated R. Super
Well,
cool. Graphic.
What's the Watchmen without raunchiness?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it. I mean, the comic, the comic that everybody hates waiting to read right now,
Doomsday Clock.
is really good. It's really good. You just gotta, like the clock on the
They're-
book, you
they're-
gotta wait for it to come out.
They're really playing up that
Yeah.
wait for it.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like they're necessarily playing for it. It's just that oh my god, I'm drawing a blank on the name. The artist.
Oh,
the
the
artist.
artist,
The guy's artwork is magnificent.
Jared- great,
Gerald.
But it takes too long.
Yeah.
He takes too. It
Yeah,
just
they're
takes
already done with all the stories. It's just him drawing.
Yeah, he just has to draw it
He just
up.
has to draw it
Yep.
up. The
You
artwork's
done in
amazing.
there yet?
Dude, it's some of the best artwork I've seen.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Doomsday
Wait, no,
Clock
it's
was really
The
beautifully
covers alone.
But like waiting,
It's
for,
a masterpiece.
I forgot that he was even going on. I forgot that there was even an
Well,
event.
and that was the issue with Dark Knight Metal,
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
Dark Knight Metal was coming out every other
Well,
week.
'cause
Like
they had
it was good.
They
It was
had all
scheduled.
also because they had all the tie-ins. all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tie-ins.
So it was basically every week.
Yeah, you had Dark Knight Metal and then a tie-in.
main story tie-in. Yeah, main
Dark
story
and-
tie-in,
yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
good.
And
And then
then
all of a sudden,
Yeah.
got to issue 4 of the main series, and then it just took like a 3-month gap.
Yeah.
And like you can't. So by the time the 6th and final issue came out, people weren't interested anymore. They forgot it was even coming out.
I stayed with it.
Yeah. You stayed with
I
it.
missed the last couple, and I went back and I had to make up for it. But
Yeah.
I mean, it was great.
It was great,
But I
except
just-
for that one with
I think I
Detective Chimp. Like I was like, who is this Detective Chimp? I
Detective
was
Chimp.
like, where did he come from? I'm like, okay, I was like, all right, whatever, it's cool.
But Dark Knight's Metal is like one of those. Like once I went back and I like checked all of it out. So good.
Yeah, it is.
So
It
good.
is, it's good.
What's not good? Pennyworth is Alfred Pennyworth is getting his own show, the origins of the Butler, Batman's Butler. He's getting his own show.
I just don't get it.
Can they do it like
At this
where
point, you're
it's
just
like
wasting
where he
money.
kills someone, but he also serves tea at the same time?
Well, this is basically what the show is going to be. I took some notes on this.
Okay.
These are quotes, so they're not notes, but they're quotes that I've written down. So apparently in the show, Alfred is trying to reconcile the kind-hearted boy he once was with the ruthless killer he was forced to become.
What?
And who are the show's villains? The Raven Society, led by the mysterious Lord Hardwood and his sadistic henchwoman, Bet Sykes. The Raven Society will find themselves in what sounds like a season-long game of cat and mouse with our heroes after Sykes abducts a dancer by the name of Esma Whitaker.
We're out of tea.
The heroes will battle Hardwood and the corrupt London police force in an effort to rescue Whitaker, and will have to come to trust one another to do so. Apparently, Thomas Wayne will play a big role in the show. And even the quote for that, I wish I took the quote down for that, but apparently it's like he gives him life lessons that he'll one day use on his orphaned son. And it's like,
One day you
remember, Thomas will die.
one day you'll serve my son tea and crumpets.
When you do it, I want you to do it with
Yeah.
your right arm extended. But yeah.
And then he slaps him with like a big ruler if he does it wrong.
Learn to serve better, sir.
Pennyworth.
I don't know. We'll
I thought Gotham was almost like an origin story for both
Both of them,
Batman and
Yeah.
yeah, but I guess we got to go earlier in his timeline. But it's not even the same guy. Same people who are doing Gotham is doing this, but it's a different
Different actor.
Alfred.
Yeah, younger.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
So we're getting more origin stuff from this Elseworlds Gotham
Could he-
production team.
You
But-
think like he'll run? He'll be like, "Hold on, Mr. Wayne." And he like leaves and he goes kill someone because he's a spy, and then he comes back and serves tea at the same time.
I wonder if it's gonna be like the last episode for Gotham is gonna be when Bruce Wayne puts on the suit. I wonder if the last episode for Pennyworth is when Thomas Wayne gets shot and he has to like take over Bruce Wayne's.
What if he hates
Like
Bruce
Mitchell.
Wayne? Really hates him.
That's some fucking kid.
Yeah, this little punk, this little fucking punk kid.
I'm gonna raise him so he wants to go out and do dangerous things. Maybe he won't come back.
I've told him many times.
Maybe he'll be out of the job. Whoa, I did not know that. The Alfred in Gotham is the son of the fourth Doctor from Doctor Who. I didn't know that. What?
I would have never known that because I've never seen the show.
That just blew my mind. What?
Doctor Who. I gotta watch that.
So maybe this new Alfred is a regeneration.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on to other DC TV stuff.
Yes, go.
The Arrowverse crossover will see the return of Tyler Hoechlin's Superman and the debut of Lois Lane in that Arrowverse.
What?
Yeah, so we're gonna get the Superman
Who's-
back from the Supergirl show that we had, but we're gonna finally get a Lois Lane to his Superman.
Who's Lois Lane?
Erica Durance from Smallville, reprising her role again as Lois Lane.
I mean, that'd be pretty crazy. We don't have a casting yet. They literally just announced it because I guess that's what they're writing, but they don't have anybody
What's
tapped
that
to play
one
it.
Oh my god!
What's
I
that
got
one girl?
Jessica Chastain.
That's it. Yeah.
That she'd be
This
like,
show is a two-man show now. I quit.
she'd be perfect.
God, she'd be perfect to play.
Everybody.
A fire hydrant on the side of the road.
Yo.
God.
Well, I mean, if you want a fire hydrant, I'd pick Kristen Stewart. I feel like that'd be more solid, straight, straight faced.
If you guys want to stick a hose in,
Yeah, I know.
Edward.
kind of great.
I love you, Edward.
I don't like cold, wet things. Oh my gosh.
But they made her a fire hydrant.
Kristen Stewart
so
starring
yeah.
in Fire Hydrant.
We're gonna get a Superman and Lois Lane in this universe, which kind of opens up the possibility. Like, okay, so we already have a Superman for the TV universe. We have the Superman for the film universe. What do you think the chances are that we'll get a TV Batman, TV Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash? Well, we already have Flash.
I don't know if you could do Batman though.
Yeah, I don't think they can handle Batman.
Yeah, I mean they got Batwoman coming out, so I feel like that might be filling the gap.
like a start.
Yeah.
Cause like it just
He's just too dark. Like it's too dark.
well, it's not just that. It's just the character himself. TV can't contain that. Like, he, like it's Batman.
That's too much power for one channel
Yeah,
to
to have, dude. It's just like, how do you?
They're like, let's start it now, and they start filming, and they're like, wait, we can't handle it.
Yeah.
Like all their hats are blowing off.
Yeah, it's just. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Like they just start melting and stuff. Like you just can't.
their skin melts
Yeah,
off, their
like,
eyeballs
you
fall
can't
out.
do.
It's
can't do
amazing.
Batman, dude. It just wouldn't like because like so. First and foremost, we've seen it with Arrow. Arrow tried so hard to be Batman in
Yeah.
season 2
Yeah.
and season 3. I get well, the first couple seasons, and it just like he.
Carol's dead to me.
It just,
Interject.
it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, they're still trying to be Batman. Like, I even saw a quote that said this new season's like, if you had Batman locked in the Arkham Asylum with Joker, and it's like, what if you had Oliver Queen locked in the prison with somebody? Wouldn't that be crazy for an Arrow show? Stop comparing it to Batman.
Yeah,
He's not Batman.
that's the
He's
problem.
Green Arrow.
I wish they stopped Green Arrow at season 3. And that was it. Just after that whole bomb nuclear thing and Damien Dark and
Oh yeah, where he's trying to do the city thing and
yeah, after that they could have just ended it. For
I mean, I don't know, man. Last season, well, not this last season, but the season before, season 5, with the Russian flashbacks. I'll say it again. That was a good season
Uh-huh.
because you had Prometheus, who was probably the best bad guy that show has had.
The guy that
Period.
was like him, like the reverse.
Yeah, the
Arrow.
well, because I don't want to say Black Archer because Merlin was the Black Archer, but
Yeah.
Prometheus
That
was
was-
the other guy, and he was this dude was 5 steps ahead. Like he was a good villain, and even after he died, he still haunted Oliver. Like Oliver could not rid him.
Yeah.
Like he just
That was that cop guy too, right? The his buddy at one point when he was the mayor.
Yeah, he wasn't a cop. He was a prosecutor, some legal aid or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that was him. Like the whole time, like when that
You
was
could
going
just
on, I'm
tell.
like, that's him, man. That's
You
the
could
bad
tell
guy.
there was something off about him.
I just wish, like in my ideal, like Arrowverse, they would stop with the whole Team Arrow thing. I have not caught up with this. I don't know if they're still going on with that. But they have this whole Team Arrow where they all like meet up in the Arrow Cave, you know. And
the Arrow Cave.
You mean the quiver?
the quiver, yeah, the Arrow Cave,
I
yeah,
like Arrow Cave better though.
yeah.
Meet me at the Arrow Cave,
The Arrow
like
Cave.
at 9,
It's,
okay?
it's an Injustice reference. But yeah. So in my ideal world, they would they'd be like, okay, he's gotten over this whole thing. He's in a different state of mind. They almost did that when he was riding off in the convertible
Yeah.
with Felicity, and he was like, I'm happy now. And then he goes off, and then like he comes back, and he's just as dark. But I wish from then on, I wish they would have had it to where it was a soft reboot. Same cast, everything, but come back with the Arrow with instead of just Arrow, have it be called like Arrow and Canary or something, you know, and have it be a duo like Batman and Robin.
I like that title. Wait,
Arrow and Canary doing their like protecting the city,
Yeah.
the both of them, and have like that kind of banter back and forth.
Whoa,
That would be
what
great.
happened to Felicity?
If you die.
She's
Oh,
dead.
please.
Like, thank God.
Please.
So it'd be like, tonight's episode on Arrow and the Canary.
Yeah, I mean like.
Something like that.
They could call it whatever they want, but that's basically what I would want. Is
Well,
just kind of what
And
the
then like you
Rebirth
would,
has done.
like after they say Canary, you'd hear like, like
No, I mean, the whole point of the show and having the team is so you can introduce other characters that people might not have heard of.
I know, but I mean that's what I feel like every
Mr.
show is
Terrific,
doing
bro,
now.
Mr. Terrific.
But I mean, it's just how it's to get
Mad
your
Dog?
your Mad Dog fans. Which let's be honest, probably prior to the show there weren't any. But Mad
But
Mad Dog,
again,
Rat
they
Man.
didn't do it right on there either. So other than his costume looked,
Yeah, his costume was pretty accurate.
but like he wasn't like that in the comics. So
It just lessens the value of the main hero if you have him surrounded by other heroes.
like a team.
Yeah, I
That's
would
fair.
rather just like.
Unless you're just that cool and you're Batman.
But I mean, yeah.
No one outshines you.
But I still think that the first few seasons of Arrow shine brightest because it focused on him rather than
Yeah.
focusing on so many
Mhm.
characters. Like even like season 1, it was just him and that list in the city, and that was it. And
Yeah,
that
and
was,
then John figured out.
well, yeah.
and then
Wait, well, okay, so you're saying like
I like simplicity in it.
yeah, so Arrow so you can still have John still have
Felicity and
Felicity, but they're at the cave whereas Oliver's out by himself.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
you want Oliver out by himself, not the team.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I want Oliver out there, and then have Canary be out there with them, so like they could be like talking back and forth over like the little like earpiece or whatever, and
Yeah.
like talking about what they're gonna have
and
for
what,
dinner,
what
and
canary?
then like be kicking ass, you know.
What canary do you want? The one that they recently have now?
None of them. I want the actual canary, because like each one has like been like a different iteration, but I just want like one true
Well, I like
official canary.
Well, I
just
like,
they
I like
cycle
the
through
more recent one.
I like the recent
Yeah.
one only
Yeah.
because she actually has
the Screech.
the Screech power.
Okay, then use her.
Yeah.
Like I said, I died off after the first few seasons, like because they started getting more and more like convoluted with the stuff, and I like my simple like season 1 him as a vigilante.
Yeah.
Who's this guy shooting arrows in the city?
Yeah,
Like,
just killing, snapping necks.
yeah.
Well, I liked season 1 was awesome. Season 2 I liked only because I liked the Black Archer. Like I thought that was one of the most cool bad guys I've seen in a show.
Oh yeah, he was awesome. Yeah, Merlin.
And he was just a great character.
Mm.
And then he learns that it's him, and he was like, what?
But yeah, so we'll go ahead and move on to the next
Yeah.
thing. Netflix is currently developing a sequel to their highly anticipated first movie, Death Note. Live action Death Note, Netflix.
I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know.
They're making a sequel somehow.
I don't know.
You didn't like the live action? So explain Death Note to me. I mean, I want to watch it. I know it's...
You never seen like the anime or
No, I want to. I haven't
So
The anime you should watch.
anime is great.
I just recently watched it again, and the anime was amazing.
seen it. Is he a
Death
demon? or
Death
something?
Note is about a kid, a high schooler, who gets this notebook just like thrown into
Yeah.
his lap. Basically,
Yeah.
he goes out into the yard and he finds this in the schoolyard, and it has rules on the first page where like if whoever's name you write in this book will die, and so you write a name in the book, and they'll die of a heart attack unless you specify their time of their way of dying, and the book will make it happen. Like they will die. So if you say John Doe will die by getting hit by a bus, like while getting bitten by a snake, and it'll happen.
Yeah, John Doe's a dead man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he tests it out. Like the first time he uses it, he tests it out because these guys are like harassing this girl, and then one of the guys says the other guy's name, and he like hears it, and he writes that guy's name down or whatever, and then he's writes car accident, and then
Oh.
in the next few seconds, the guy like pushes the girl, and then he gets hit by a bus and dies.
And
And
gets
so
bit by
he
a
uses
snake?
this power, and he thinks that he can save humanity by killing like all these like criminals on the news and stuff.
He gets pushed by a guy into a car and then bit by a snake.
No, that
Oh,
was,
okay.
that was
I was like, wow, that's a
No, that was
crazy
like-
way to die.
yeah, no, he
We got a few stuff.
in the anime he just got hit by a bus.
Could you imagine that? Like, all right, you get pushed, you get hit by the bus, you survive the bus hitting you,
The snake just
but a
slithers
snake
over.
slithers and bites you, and then like you're dead.
Yeah.
You're like, I made it.
Ryan
I made it.
said, I don't know how much merit this has behind. A friend of mine said that DC wants Mark Wahlberg or Tom Cruise to play Green Lantern in the DC Cinematic Universe.
Tom Cruise, please keep Mark Wahlberg out of costume for this.
What?
Like,
Who?
I just can't see Mark Wahlberg being like
Could you have Mark
like
Wahlberg?
hero,
Could
like
you have
how-
Mark Wahlberg
Like you want him to
Reciting
like,
the-
at all?
I don't want him to. Yeah, I just
reciting the
see
Green
Mark Wahlberg.
Green Lantern oath? Like, could you see Mark Wahlberg doing it?
He might.
Green
Mark,
Lantern's
honestly,
light.
honestly, Mark
Yo,
Wahlberg
Green-
might have
Green-
had a chance had he have not done the Transformer movies. That's kind of where people like kind of looked at him.
Yeah,
and
but
it was
he-
just like,
Well,
really?
what Green Lantern would he be? He could be
Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner.
True.
He has that Guy
True.
Gardner voice, kind of.
I don't know. I couldn't really
More
see.
than Hal Jordan for sure.
I couldn't really see him
I
as a Guy Gardner character.
I wouldn't
that's
want
a
him
Green
as
Lantern.
Hal. I want Army Hammer as Hal, or
Mark Wahlberg is Jon Stewart. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the one.
There it is.
I think Army Hammer is right now in like lead for that. Or
Yo,
talks most talk
I
for
don't
that.
know.
Number one spot for me. Army
Army-
Hammer is
yeah.
Hal Jordan. Oh my god.
Army Hammer is Hal Jordan. I think would be a really good idea.
But Tom Cruise, like that's making waves right now. Is that he's like their top choice for Hal Jordan.
Well,
I can
Tom,
see that
it's
too,
it's crazy that Tom Cruise hasn't been picked for a superhero role, whether it's Marvel or DC. I don't really see Tom Cruise fitting in with Marvel.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I
he
don't-
was almost
he's-
Iron Man too.
Yeah, he was almost Iron Man, but I just don't see
Those pictures I saw of that, it kind of looked alright.
the way the Marvel movies are now. I don't think Tom Cruise would fit.
Yeah. I don't think he would have stuck it out either
Yeah.
for all of it.
Tom Cruise as Wolverine.
Richard said who would win Deadshot or Bullseye. I'd have to go Deadshot. I'd have to go
I think we
Deadshot.
all win in that scenario.
That'd be tough. Both. Well, I don't know, dude. Can Deadshot take a bullet in his fingers and kill someone? Like just flick it?
Just flick a bullet and have it like go through some.
Bullseye
I
can.
don't know, probably. I don't know.
I don't know. I've never
I mean,
seen anything where
It
he
wouldn't
does.
be. It wouldn't be. I mean,
Not saying I like Deadshot.
it's not going to be like a close match. Like they wouldn't be close enough to where Bullseye could even do that. They're both shooters. They'd be at a distance.
I don't know.
That'd be cool. Is have like the bullets just like keep crunching against each other in the air.
They're like
the bullets are just like shooting. Like the
Yeah.
bullets are hitting each other.
Yeah.
Link says it's basically a stupid long chess match, which is true. Death
Yeah,
Note is
yeah.
it's a chess match. It is.
Yeah. Which is part of the reason that I liked it so much, though, because it was just like trying to figure each other out from a distance. It was really cool. You should definitely watch the.
Oh,
anime
I
episode.
have to, Richard. I have to correct that. He's no longer a Scientologist. He dropped it for the sake of his daughter.
Tom Cruise is still
I'm
in.
I'm a huge Tom Cruise fan.
Leanne just said
They
Guy
fixed-
Fieri
fixed
opened
that.
a chicken restaurant
Unless
in
he-
Disney Springs.
Oh yeah.
Unless he just got back into it, but I don't.
Huh.
As far as I know, he's out.
Was it chicken guy? Or what?
Chicken Guy, the name of the restaurant?
Yeah, it was like chicken. It was chicken something. Chicken. I want to say chicken guy. Right?
Chicken Guy.
Is it chicken guy?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a new restaurant and it's literally just like a chicken like.
Chicken Guy.
And it's like a bunch of different chickens. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, says yes.
Yep, Chicken Guy, yeah. Chicken guy in Disney Springs. I want to try it. I mean, it's Guy Fieri and
Like fried
But-
chicken, like.
Or is it- yeah, I think it's like fried chicken, right? Fried chicken.
Hmm.
But
Really?
but yeah,
out
it's
of,
a
out of,
bunch of different.
out of his
types.
whole diner, dives, and drive-ins, out of all of everything, he chooses to open up a fried chicken
Well,
restaurant.
he has a lot of different restaurants.
We also have
Yeah, no,
Planet
he
Hollywood.
does, but like, I guess I don't know. I guess Orlando is more of a fried. Yeah, I guess it's a chicken place. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other place in there that serves chicken like that. So I guess it.
Chicken.
We got a place that sells poutine for God's sakes. We got we got
Fancy French fries.
we got a place that serves sausages. Sausages.
Isn't there like Jerky World or something? Like it's like Beef Jerky World or something. It's like there's a place that sells like here in Orlando that sells
Just beef jerky. Yeah.
It's like and it's like different flavors.
There's one
and,
downtown. I
like,
know there's
it's
one
crazy.
downtown Orlando. There's also one over in Point Orlando.
yeah. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Port Orlando.
Sausages.
But yeah, so I want to try the chicken guy for something. Like for some reason, like just something about it. I just want to try the chicken.
Chicken
Like what's so great about that chicken that you just like base the whole restaurant around?
Yeah.
Chicken.
Well, apparently there's a
Right
ton
on
of sauces.
Oh, that's where they get you. That's Tijuana Flats
Oh,
syndrome.
Jerky store in the Altamont Mall. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's that one, but there's a bigger one that's like in someplace
Yeah.
else. I don't know.
Altamont Mall has a jerky store.
Probably Altamont Mall kind of has like almost everything.
Jerky.
I'm in the Altamont Mall all the time. I've never seen it.
You mean smelled it?
What?
Nothing that unless it's like hidden. It's just like they just like pump the smell through grates under the.
Gotta go with your nose, man. Use the sniffer, bro.
Use the sniffs.
All I smell whenever I go to a mall is like Abercrombie
Abercrombie.
She said it's downstairs.
downstairs. Okay, I'll have to look for it next time.
Thanks.
That's crazy. What? Moving on to the next news story. Hans Zimmer, who retired from superhero movies after doing Batman vs Superman, is coming back to score the Wonder Woman 84 movie coming out.
Guys, you hear that? He's coming out of retirement. Out of retirement to do Wonder Woman.
Everybody's coming
Yeah.
out of retirement.
Yeah. Well, he's doing the score for X-Men Dark Phoenix, which is so random.
It's all gonna be like fart noises.
Like people have wanted to hear what he would have done with the X-Men like score
Soundtrack?
for like forever, but Dark Phoenix is like the worst. Like, why that one?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, because that's the only movie they make, so he doesn't have a choice.
yeah.
Well, I mean, like I would have loved to have seen like what he would have like heard what he would have done. He would have done for like Days of Future Past.
Ryan
You know.
bath salts.
Ryan Bath salts.
Can't simmer the Zimmer. Interesting.
But yeah, I can't imagine what would like, because he said that he was going to retire from superhero movies, and then like he announced that, or they announced that he was doing the score for Dark Phoenix before they even announced the Wonder Woman thing. So Wonder Woman isn't even bringing him out of retirement. He was already doing the Dark Phoenix thing.
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen anything on Wonder Woman yet anyway, so I'm not really excited yet for Wonder Woman.
I mean, they're still.
No, there's a picture of like Chris Pine's character in
How is he still alive?
like in the mall, in like a mall or like some store or something.
Yeah, they
Did
have
he
some set photos.
Did
and
he
stuff.
secretly like get transported from
Probably.
World War One and
There's some reason.
Hermes is pretty fast, man.
I guess
But
You know, could have been a god who saved him.
Cheetah.
they also did a little
Cheetah was
photo
so
where they.
fast. Got
She
out of the plane.
Got into the air, got into the plane, and just yeah, so fast. She also ran him a couple years into the future.
Yeah,
A
past.
couple
Past.
years.
It would be the
The
past,
80s.
not futures.
Um,
Oh, and then she would go to the future. Yes, you're right. Sorry.
I was like, wait, what?
Sorry.
You almost confused me.
but they did a photo like a week ago, I want to say, where they were spoofing the Breakfast Club, and so they're all sitting. Like
Yeah,
the whole
they
cast,
were.
they're all
Yeah,
sitting,
I saw
like,
it, yeah.
So they're really embracing like the '80s
The 80s vibe.
vibe.
Well, speaking of 80 vibe, quick thing. Did you guys see the little teaser trailer for Stranger Things?
No.
Did they just release it?
No, it was like a couple weeks ago. It's like a little thing. It's my
Do
dude,
tell.
my homeboy, Steve. Yeah, Steve's the baseball bat.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So Steve, it's like a little trailer. It's in the mall because like they get the city gets their first mall.
Okay.
And he has to get a obviously summer job, whatever, and he gets a summer job at like some ice cream place or something.
Okay.
And it's just like a little teaser trailer. Really, you didn't? And then
No, I
the
didn't see that, no.
kids are in it too. Like they're like walking in the mall.
Totally went by me.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll have to watch it.
But it was. I mean,
What?
it wasn't really anything per se. It was just,
just like
like
a little-
yeah. It was
Yeah,
just
we're
a
gonna
little-
tease you.
little
It
thing.
comes out next year. Sorry.
The kids are back.
Next year.
What? According to an official list put out by DC, she's ranked ahead of a few speedsters.
She is.
That's impossible.
No way.
That's in like how does that even that and if she was, maybe Jay Garrick because Jay Garrick is slow, but like how that's
That's crazy. We have to look that up.
Yeah, I would have to look that up too.
That's crazy.
Cause she's not run like no one runs faster than a speedster.
I wish Steve was my mom.
Ah,
Steve Harrington.
Oh my god. Jesus.
yo, what? I'm gonna have to look into that because if that's the case, Cheetah should be working Wonder Woman fights. Like she should be
Yeah.
able to like beat Wonder Woman
Legit.
easily.
I mean, I'm excited to see what they have in store for her versus and Wonder Woman, like their fights in this movie.
Yeah, I think Jessica Chastain's gonna do a good job.
You're a terrible person. You're a terrible person.
Everybody's Jessica Chastain or Kristen Stewart now.
We're redoing the Justice League and she's playing all the characters.
Yeah.
Jessica Chastain.
Jessica Chastain is
Kristen Stewart
Just
every possible
as
character.
Kristen Stewart as the solid bat on Batman's chest.
That's right.
What? A sparkly bat.
Just the
Kristen Stewart is Superman. Hi guys.
Hey guys. I'm super strong.
Can you guys like stand in front of me because you're blocking the sun?
Like, looks away.
God.
bad, very bad. Yeah, let's
So-
move on.
Talking about really bad stuff, we're gonna move over to comics real quick because I have some shit to say. All right, I'm gonna kind of hog this camera here for a moment
Okay.
because I got some stuff to say. So Wolverine has hot claws and a new chef suit. Chef Logan.
Butler. He's butler.
He's a
too.
butler chef bellhop Logan, and he looks ridiculous. I hate it. Hot claws, why? He's cutting through guys, but he's gonna cook the meat when he does it. I don't get it. Spider-Man is an Uber now. He's not an Uber driver.
Pause. I'm so sorry.
Like, what? The
Richard's like Kristen Stewart as Stark Tower.
Oh my God. Yes. Yes.
Oh God.
Oh man. But yeah, Spider-Man is an Uber now.
I mean, he's always been that. I figure
He's
he's like always in the Uber.
Like they have an app for him in the comic now where you can ask for a lift and he comes and you ride his back across the city. in the comic. That's what's
Really?
following this story arc. Yeah,
What's going on?
I am not liking this new Spider-Man series because it's just like it's all over the place. I don't like following what amazing storyline we had leading up to like the big wrap up of like Spider-Man up to issue 800. You know, everything felt like one fluid story.
Yeah.
This feels like it's almost all over the place, this new stuff, and I keep waiting every issue that's come out. We're on issue 4 now. I keep waiting for them to make it cohesive, and it's still all over the place, and it's trying too hard to be funny. That at one point, Spider-Man is because in this universe, spoiler alert if you're trying to read these comics, Spider-Man and Peter Parker are separate now. They went into this like weird thing, so now Spider-Man and Peter Parker are separate entities. Peter Parker is living his day-to-day life, and Spider-Man is like, he's got like sponsors now. He's going on talk shows. He's an Uber driver with his back, and he rides a Tri-Sentinel places. Like it's just really weird. He's like kind of an asshole to Peter Parker, and then. He makes a joke or he drops like a little thing where he was like, yeah, they're considering me to be the next Bachelor on The Bachelor, and I'm just like, what are we doing with Spider-Man right now? I was super let down with this issue, and I keep getting let down. But one issue that I wasn't looking forward to, and I'm actually really hyped for it now after I read it, the West Coast Avengers.
Yeah.
Totally threw me for a loop because I wasn't looking forward to it. I was like, oh, the West Coast Avengers, whatever. I'm not really a fan. It actually blew me away. Like I thought it was quirky in all the right ways. Thought it was fun. The very ending had me wanting to read more. The characters, their interactions reminds me of Teen Titans. It's awesome. So it brings me to a segment that I like to call "Just the Tip." Of the day.
Just the tip of the day.
Just the tip of the day, and that tip.
I'll sing it because I like the
Just the tip.
Just the tip
of the day.
Just the tip.
Don't be afraid to check out smaller titles because reading outside the box may be better than whatever's inside that box. If you guys read, main superhero titles,
Just the tip of the day.
if you guys are just focused on the superhero titles and you're missing out on some really cool like off the wall stuff. Some of the superhero titles might not be what you're looking for, but you could have a really cool storyline and something that you never thought you'd pick up. So don't pass up some sort of small comics just for the big ones.
I always try to push people to do indie comics.
Oh, yeah.
You know, get into the get into all the different stuff like if you want a more raw superhero character, Invincible. Check out Invincible. Like that is like one of my favorite comic books. There's also oh man, drawing a blank. There's Saga. There's I Hate Fairyland. which is not for everybody, but it's funny though. There's Wicked and Divine. There's Deadly Class, which they're gonna make Sci-Fi, I think, is doing it. They're making it a TV show.
Yeah.
Like you should just check it out. There's a whole lot of them.
So here's
Got some examples. You got Invincible. Like Invincible couldn't be in DC or Marvel.
This one is super awesome.
Too awesome. Was that East and West?
Yep.
Oh yeah, East and West is a good one too.
And this one, since we're coming up on the Halloween season,
Nocturnals.
this one's super cool. It's called Nocturnals. One of the best books I've honestly read. This one and the other two I got.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I can pull out one of these pages here. Let's see.
Yeah, if you're definitely into like the more darker like stuff, Nocturnals is definitely a good one for you.
I mean, look at this. There's artwork on this. Freaking awesome, man. Like, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Alright, back.
But yeah, so a comic that I wasn't really particularly looking forward to, it kind of seemed like a really side comic, ended up being my favorite one that I got this week, even more so than the main ones that I'm subscribed to. So just don't pass up anything that you think you might be interested in it, go for it, because you might be really pleasantly surprised.
Except for any books like Alien or Predator.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't be those guys.
I mean, if you want to, read, if you want,
I mean, no, yeah, if you want to read it, no.
Me and John were.
I will never understand
Space.
why people like
Well, if you're
why
gonna read
some people want to read like Alien comics
If-
or like
yeah.
Predator comics or like it's just I don't get it.
If you want to read something like with space in it, read the Star Wars ones. There's some good.
Oh yeah,
ones.
the Star Wars.
Darth
Oh my,
Maul.
the Darth Vader series and the
Vader.
Darth Maul series
Super
are
good.
amazing. Like
Yeah.
Star Wars, they pretty much almost have like a mini series for like almost every popular
Oh, yeah.
character. Like they have a Thrawn one, they have Darth Maul, Darth Vader, they have Doctor Aphra, or is it Alpha?
Alpha.
Afro.
Aphra. Okay,
And then they got
Dr.
the
Aphra.
Doombot, his robots that are like C3PO. and,
Oh, yeah, the
R2D2.
droids, yeah,
the
they're
death
little
droids,
side-
death
yeah.
droids.
Yeah.
Like
They-
R2D2, his R2D2 one has like rockets, and
Huh.
then the other guy has like poison needles that come out of his hands. It's
there's
crazy.
there's just a lot.
Yeah, that Darth Vader line's one of the best comics I've read.
Of course. Well, that's the
Good
thing.
stuff.
There's like rumors and whatnot about doing a Darth Vader solo film, and if they were to
Oh,
do
please,
it would be.
please.
I could only assume
It'll be that.
that it would be on this newest comic that
Oh,
just came
God.
out, because the comic where the comic lies up is it's just after Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Like the man
Yeah.
is in his first prime years of being Darth Vader.
They're sending them out to planets and to
and
conquer them.
he's and if you know anything about like the actual legit, I don't want to say religion, but like how Sith Lord is a Sith Lord, they have to go find their lightsaber.
Yeah.
And to find your lightsaber, you go around killing Jedis, and you'll kill them, and then you'll kind of like see if you can
Hold their
like corrupt the crystal or whatnot.
Oh,
and it's
okay. I
just,
never knew that.
It's I mean that's one way to explain it, but it's like really cool though.
That is cool.
Like it's
That'd be a cool movie too. Like,
Yeah.
a Vader movie.
and then then he finally finds his lightsaber and he just
Yeah, well,
and he
me and
wrecks
J-
stuff.
Me and John were at the comic store one day and we're staring and talking. This guy walks in. Hey, do you have any Predator or Alien books? And he's like, yeah, over
God.
here. And me and him look at each other, and the guy left. We're like, what was that guy buying?
Can't live without that.
Yeah. Like,
It's
really, you're
simple.
gonna rush out to the comic store
I
and
mean,
get
again,
Alien?
not gonna. Hey, I don't judge.
No, I mean,
people
hey,
read.
why
Yeah,
not?
read what you want, but I just don't get it.
Yeah, I'm not. Like I watch the movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like the movies were.
And guys, I'm telling you right now, go out and get Mr. Miracle.
yeah, you really like
By far, one of the best comics I've read. I tell Zach about every one issue a week probably that I've read, and it gets better and better each time I read it.
Mr. Miracle's
Yeah,
good.
So-
good stuff.
Apparently I was told by them that a couple people don't know where to get comics. So I feel like, to mention comic book stores that are around the Orlando area, there's Epic Comics, there's A Comic Shop, there's Acme, yeah, there's
Coliseums.
Coliseums, yeah.
Over in Sanford, you got Comic Central.
Yeah, Comic Central, yeah, there's a whole wide variety.
What Mike's Comics on Orange Blossom Trail.
Yeah, Mike's Comics, yep.
So yeah, there's tons, and I mean, all you have to do is go pick one book that you want, like one character
Yeah.
that you guys like.
Whatever character it
Or it
is.
could be independent too, because there's a bunch of independent stuff. And
Mhm.
just be like, hey, I want to follow this issue. A new issue comes out.
Yeah. I know.
Subscribe.
I know a lot of people are kind of sick and tired with the whole superhero theme thing.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, because between the movies, the comics, cartoons, yeah, if that's the case, you check out indie.
Yeah.
Check out.
I mean,
indie comic
Robert
books.
Kirkman's already come out with these 2 new books.
Yeah.
You got Oblivion Song, which is
Whew.
on its 7 issue.
Yeah, Blue Song's
And
good.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
And then Die, which he just came out with the 2nd issue. And
Mm-hmm.
the first one was awesome, man. It's like a super spy type story with bloods and guts and knives and guns, and
Mhm.
it's amazing. I mean, all the independent stuff's cool. That
Oh yeah, and Gods and Monsters. Yeah, don't want to forget.
Oh,
that.
yeah, Gods and
Yeah, that's a
Monsters.
big one. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
just
a
got awarded #1 comic shop in Orlando too.
Oh, did it?
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
second year in a row.
Oh, nice. That's good.
And that's a cool place. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gods and Monsters.
It's really cool. They have a bar in the back that's themed like a mixture of like Fallout and Mad Max. So it's really cool. But they always go to
Yeah.
work like dressed as like raiders and stuff. It's really awesome.
yeah.
But
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
but yeah, even like I love superheroes and stuff. Like my whole childhood was around like Spider-Man, Batman, things
Mhm.
like that. my favorite comic of all time is Scott Pilgrim. It's not even a superhero comic,
No, but
It's an
like,
indie comic,
it's an
though.
indie comic,
Yeah,
but-
it's indie.
but it's my favorite one of
Yeah.
all time, and it's
Yeah.
just about a guy trying to get with the girl and having to fight her evil exes.
Yeah, all of
Like,
them.
it's awesome. They had the movie that came out with it. It was my favorite movie of all
Amazing.
time. Favorite director.
Yeah, Michael Cera.
Yeah.
Even what's his name? Chris Evans,
Chris
Captain
Evans.
America. He was in there as one of the exes that he had to Scott, who's Michael Cera, had to defeat.
Mhm.
And like it was Scott Pilgrim is one of my favorite. Like that's one of my favorite movies,
Yes.
hands down. That's just a good.
Yes.
And then not only that, he has his band.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
make the music
It's
is good.
cool,
Like the
yeah.
actual soundtrack, like the music they make for the band, it's not some like you know how in movies you'll have a band and they'll play like generic
Yeah.
songs and stuff. Like no, they actually took the time to make the music and it sounds great. It's amazing.
It was the music that Sex Bomb plays, the band,
Yeah.
his band plays, was
Yeah.
written by Beck.
Yeah.
And then you had Metric write a song for the movie that was arguably one of the best, best musical moments in a movie. Is the rival band? Oh my God, Clash of Demon Head.
At the end.
Clash of Demon Head with Todd Ingram and Envy Adams, the vegan.
Yeah, at the
At the
end,
end,
right?
Near the
I
middle
think
of the
so.
movie.
Oh, the middle of the movie. Okay.
Yeah. That whole, I mean, like, even, like, down to, like, the way that the girl, the actress moves, which, by the way, the actress that plays Envy is playing Captain Marvel, so...
Yeah, Brie
Oh, yeah,
Larson.
yeah,
Larson,
Yeah,
yeah.
Brie Larson is
Um,
also in that film. They have a lot of actors came. I don't want to say came out of it, but there's a lot of, on the rise actors
Yeah,
that were
talent.
a lot of talent that was in that movie.
For sure, yeah, but it's my favorite movie, favorite comic, and, I mean, that, like I said, that's not even a superhero comic, that's just one of those, like, if you happen upon it, it'll change your life.
Yeah.
But definitely like action and kind of hero based, like because like you said,
Yeah.
it's a guy who likes this girl and he has to defeat all these exes and like it's good.
But it's so video game based that
Yeah.
it feels like
Yeah.
you're reading a video game, it's awesome.
Oh yeah, and if you watch the movie, if you take the time to watch the movie, please, you'll love
Yeah,
it.
it's good.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
So good.
Also, for like people that want to read comic books or are into comic books right away, or lost their way, another good writer is Kevin Smith. Like he has a lot of good books out that you can get, and that's what got me back into reading comics. Is reading his Daredevil, his Batman stuff, his Green Arrow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did you see he's writing Hit Girl now?
Oh, is he?
Yeah, they're making a Hit Girl comic
Oh,
where she
well,
goes
I'll
to
read that.
Hollywood and she starts going and killing all these like Hollywood like pedophiles.
I'll read that because I like anything he writes. He's a good writer.
He's a
good writer.
Good writer, good director.
Yeah.
The man,
Well,
the dude knows what he's
some-
doing. Yeah.
And the girl, the person that's doing
most
the
of
art
the-
for this Hit Girl series is the one that did the art for the DC superhero like girls.
Oh, okay.
show.
So it's gonna be more.
Like DC Supergirl show, but it doesn't look like that same art
Cartoony?
style.
Oh, really?
No,
Okay.
yeah, it's totally different. Like it looks more like a comic book art style.
Okay,
than
cool.
The show, the DC Supergirl
Yeah, yeah.
show. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff out there. Even if you guys don't know if you're close to a comic shop or not, either look it up or you could also
Order online.
you can order online. You can go to Barnes and Noble if you guys have a Barnes and Noble near you.
Yeah,
They have a whole comic book and manga section, just filled with like graphic novels,
Yeah.
trade paperbacks, all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff.
and if you don't like buying single issues like we do, you can just start off with trades. I started off with trades. It comes with what, with the first 7 issues usually.
Yeah, like give or take first
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
So and they're a little cheaper sometimes.
Yeah.
To do it that way than going to buy
Single issues.
Single issues sometimes. So
Mhm.
that's how I started. I did trades first and then got into single issues. So.
And one more thing that I will suggest to people who are just starting out, there is an app called Comixology. It's sort of like a subscription-based thing, so it's like a one payment every month. I think it's like $8, $6, $8, something like that.
Okay.
But it gives you like a whole catalog of all these different comics, Marvel, DC, all kinds of stuff, and independent and stuff. And you can just on your phone just go through, and they have it to where it even like you can put it on cinematic reading, and so it'll zoom in on certain bubbles and certain like
Yeah.
like certain panels and stuff to help you kind of like guide your way through the pages and stuff. So if you're just starting out with comics, that's a good way to get into it too, just to try it out. You can cancel your subscription and everything. But yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, you don't need Netflix or Hulu. That's
Just
it.
come on.
Just
Yeah, just
Comixology,
Comixology.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just read comics.
They'll
Read
take you on-
comics, guys.
Take you to all the worlds you need to go.
Because without these comics, you wouldn't get some of these cool heroes on these movies that you know that we watch and talk about. So
Yeah.
I mean,
But yeah, it's really there's a lot of stuff out there that people wouldn't normally think to look into,
yeah.
but there's a lot of ways to read comics these days that we didn't have back in the
Yeah,
the 90s
true,
and
true.
stuff, you know. But yeah, so Ryan said you switched to trades. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with the comics nowadays, but trades are so much easier to just get them and
You
it
wait
just-
it out, yeah.
yeah. But if you mean like if you have a subscription, you know,
Unfortunately, I do it
Easy
for the
to-
show, guys. I do it for the show.
unfortunately.
I'm just kidding. No, not unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I know.
You know, but
So, oh sorry, no.
No, go ahead.
I had took Sarah Drew. If you guys know who that is, I wanted her to play Batgirl. Like I think she would be here. I'll show you guys
okay.
show you guys a picture of her. She
Comixology, is that what you were asking? Like, what is it called again? Comixology. It's pretty awesome.
It's another way to, like, if you can't go afford getting a subscription every week to buy comics, you can have that and just go read back issues and stuff.
from Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, so Sarah Drew, yeah, from Grey's Anatomy I think would be a good,
And it's super like
good Batgirl.
I like that because she's not really well known.
Yeah, that's why
Um,
I was looking more for people who aren't like, well, Jessica Chastain.
Yeah. People keep saying like who do you want to play Batgirl? And everybody's like, oh, I guess Emma Stone.
Yeah,
And
she
it's like
does
she's-
not.
I want her a Poison Ivy.
I mean, even that, like I prefer unknowns.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I want to see them as the character. I don't want to like even with Ben Affleck, I was super worried that when he played Batman, I would just see Ben Affleck. And I mean, luckily he was good enough to like I would just see Bruce Wayne when he was on screen. I see Bruce Wayne, yeah. But then like there's certain characters like you just see the actor, you know, and so like I prefer unknowns.
Yeah.
Like for me, like with Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, like I never saw him in anything before that, so he was Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's
You know, he was Peter Parker.
And then me and a couple friends were talking about a live action Incredibles movie.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Moore as Mr. Incredible, because
He just has
does he not look like does he not look like Mr. Incredible? Like
his voice though.
yeah, but
he's incredible.
like, little-
dude, this guy is incredibly crazy though.
I
Have you heard him talk? Like,
just off of his looks.
Somebody-
I didn't go into that digging.
He's
Somebody
nuts,
said the dad
dude.
from Good Luck Charlie.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that.
I've seen some pictures of that, like comparisons.
I haven't seen.
I see.
I forget his name
Oh.
though.
Yeah, I haven't
Good
seen
Luck Charlie.
Good Luck Charlie in forever.
Oh, I think I know what you're
Good Luck
talking about.
My little sister used to watch that show, and then she got bored.
Eric.
Yeah. I can see him too. Actually, I can see him more than.
Yeah, I can see him, and he has the voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does have the voice. Yeah, on live
And
action.
he got built near the end of the show there too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I don't know what for, but he did.
To be Mr. Incredible.
Oh, man, probably.
I don't want a live action though.
He knew someone. He knew some. Oh well, yeah. No. We
I
were.
like that, yeah.
No one.
It's
no
just
one wants a
fun to
live
think-
action. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one wants a live action Incredibles.
Yeah.
That should never happen.
Ever.
Well, I see dead PPL.
People.
I see dead people. Sorry, I'm old and I don't know the terms.
Let's see. Speaking of casting, this is kind of, I mean, this is really comic related, but I forgot to mention it. The girl who plays MJ in Spider-Man, Zendaya,
Okay, yeah.
apparently is the front runner for, they're Disney's first choice for The Little Mermaid. Ariel.
Zendaya.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Really?
yeah. She just get nagging up all of them like pale redhead roles. Like
Even though she is not one.
exactly, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, first MJ and now Ariel. Next Merida, maybe.
Just going for all the princesses. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
it just makes
more
sense.
than Jay Moore.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Right.
Oh my god, he was Thor?
Oh,
Yeah, for the Incredible Hulk.
He was Thor?
Yeah, that's
That's right, the Incredible
I
Hulk show.
I know somebody who's like really obsessed with the Incredible Hulk movies or TV show, sorry.
Mhm.
And
Which I would like to see that redone.
yeah, really?
Yeah.
Wow, I never knew that he was Thor. That's crazy.
Yeah, he had brought it up to me, but I completely.
I didn't even know
forgot.
what Thor was in the show.
Yeah, no, they had a couple different people in the Incredible Hulk show.
Let's just reminisce. When the Hulk, when this was our Hulk. This was the Hulk. Might have times have changed.
Lou Ferrigno, right?
Yeah, but I mean, just the wig, just the hair.
It's like a He-Man wig.
It's yeah.
He-Man as Hulk.
And I say,
Oh man, I really is there any more talks about He-Man movie, like another one?
Nothing new. Yeah, it's just in development, matches in the universe. Yeah, but nothing new that I could find. I'm looking forward to it too. Like I'm hoping that it actually goes through and actually is a good movie.
I like the other one for the time it was. As a kid, I liked
Oh
it.
yeah, it's like a cheesy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For what it was cool.
Yeah.
And Dolph Lundgren, Dolph Lundgren as
Does-
He-Man.
He's gonna be an Aquaman. That's gonna be great.
Who's he in Aquaman?
The king. Forget which. Yeah.
King Poseidon?
He's the father?
I can't remember who he's playing.
Horn?
He's in the that painting that they did.
He's not
like,
Horn.
big. He's in it like.
They could be Poseidon.
Aquaman cast.
Interesting.
John Cena is He-Man.
He's too short. How short is he? Only if they do that. All he have to do is theme song.
Yeah, he'll be like, I have the power.
He
goes like this and he just, yeah.
And he brings the sword down
That'd
and
be-
he salutes with the sword.
It's He-Man in jorts.
And he goes like this.
That'd be something.
Oh my god.
That'd be amazing. They had get Edge to play Skeletor.
Oh God.
I'm going to spear you, He-Man.
Or even better yet, Vince McMahon.
Oh yeah.
Vince McMahon. Yeah, Vince McMahon is Skeletor.
Oh, Vince McMahon, who's ruling wrestling as we speak right
Fire.
now.
Would be.
Ruining wrestling. Ryan, I stopped watching WWE. I'm done with it right now. Done.
King Nereus.
Yes.
We'll go.
King Nereus. Yeah. He's actually he's right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph
Aquaman, everybody.
Oh, did you know they're gonna do another the Rocky movie they're doing?
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be Dolph Lundgren's gonna be in it, and his son
son is
is
fighting.
fighting. Oh, I'm like, yes,
Yeah, it's
dude,
fighting his
yes!
son,
I
right?
can't wait, cause that was one of my favorite Rockies when he fought Dolph Lundgren.
Really?
Good stuff, man.
Nice.
I would break you.
Really? You didn't like Rocky?
I like them all.
5?
Well, I like them all.
Rocky goes to the moon.
The one that everybody hates.
Which one's that? The
Rocky
the
5?
The newer one.
That was the one. That was the.
the one with Tommy Gunn.
Yeah, that was the one where
Well,
it was in
they
a
did a
street fight. Yeah.
Nah, you know, it was good for what it was.
Yeah.
I would break you.
Morgan,
Yes.
Morgan.
For the people.
Eventually, it'll get to that point.
Yeah.
Morgan.
And Morgan.
For the people.
For the people. I love that new commercial he does now where he's like, I was driving in my car and then I got hit and my car went to pieces and when I stepped out
It
when I-
disintegrated around me.
Yeah, it's like,
It disintegrated
and when that truck driver looked at me
and saw
so who I
realized
was.
yeah, his face just set it on. I was just like, what?
His car
I
disintegrated?
said,
Yeah, apparently it disintegrated all around
I was
him.
like, yeah, exactly.
The snap.
I'm like, wait, didn't you just say your car disappeared,
Mhm.
disintegrated?
Damn it, Thanos.
How were you able to look at the trucker? Like, weren't you in the ambulance? And
The timer goes to Mars and
And fight the Martians.
hey, I'll
Yep,
watch
that's
it.
the
I'll
one.
watch it.
Adrian! I gotta go to space, Adrian.
Well, Adrian's dead now.
I gotta go to space, dead Adrian.
Spoilers if you haven't seen Rocky.
Oh yeah,
It's
spoiler
only
alert.
been out for like a long time.
You should really watch.
I was
the
gonna watch it
movies.
tonight, you jerk.
Yeah, right. That's what it is.
Well, I'm sorry, I spoiled the hell out of it.
It would have thrown the universe off balance more, apparently.
Well, that's not necessarily how the gauntlet works, though.
Well, I mean, that's a common argument, though, is like, why didn't he just make more resources?
For what?
The gauntlet doesn't work like that.
For what? What are you talking about?
Thanos, when he did the snap, why did
Yeah.
he take away half the population instead of making twice the resources? That's like a big thing, I guess. Everybody's like talking about it, and there's reasons that it couldn't happen.
Yeah,
Like,
there's a lot of reasons as to why that doesn't happen.
well, I mean, if you can,
And one, he's a villain, so like, who,
Yeah.
yeah. As a
He doesn't
villain,
want
you would
resources.
want, yeah, as a villain, because more resources and more there's too many ways to look at that, but in short, he's a villain. Like I just that's
Yeah.
just the best way to go about it.
but if he can just at will just take away half the people, couldn't he at will just create resources?
Your argument is.
Oh, Richard really
it
wants me.
doesn't work
Richard wants
because
me to. Richard really wants me to get into that one.
Debate.
Ah, man.
No, I want to know too, because that was one of the things that I thought of. Like, why couldn't he make more resources? Like, I mean, I get why it would throw things off balance, but why couldn't he just do it anyway? Like,
Can he, with that gauntlet himself, can he shoot lasers out of it?
he did. He did at Thor.
He didn't really shoot lasers. He like jabbed his
All
fist.
the stones like combined. There was like a rainbow like laser that Thor threw the Stormbreaker through the beam at
Oh,
him
was
in
it?
the chest.
Oh.
Should have gone for the head.
Yeah, should have gone for the. Should have gone for the.
Should
head.
have gone for the.
Yeah, he started the
What's
puts on
on
his,
his-
puts on his leather jacket.
West Coast
Um,
Avengers, you're up.
Right?
Let me see.
West Coast Avengers.
One of the.
I'm actually, Richard. I am actually thinking of like the most like plausible one. Don't think I forgot.
Hit him with logic, son.
Um. All right.
I thought you
So.
fell asleep for a second.
He's sleeping on it.
Yeah, I'm sleeping on it. I'm thinking about it. Let's see. So in the movie, there's this. If you notice, like there's. No, maybe I don't want to start off within the movie, but so sometimes in the comic book, sometimes the gauntlet, like how the gauntlet. They showed there. Shake weights as you talk. Oh, and cocaine.
I'll do it.
So in the comics, in the comics, Thanos.
How about I
the
just pump
god-
my fist?
Let me see. Trying to think of how to word this, Richard. God, man.
John shakes something.
John Shake. All right, we're all in there.
Shake, wait, yeah, shake it. I'm so old. My back. Ah.
My back.
We're all waiting on.
Your
The
answer.
knowledge to
All right.
drop.
Well,
Yeah, I'm trying to find the most concrete way. That way it can't be like.
Would you like to write it out?
It's not that way. It can't be that way. It can't be like, oh, he can't say anything back and get me.
Natealodian.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So with all the stones, first and foremost, I'll ask you this: how would he have How would he create? How would he have created more resources? Let's start off with that. Because with the time and space, the time and space stone, you are correct. That can, if I'm thinking about the way that you're trying to say that you want to use it, I get it, but like it doesn't.
Whatever.
It
After he snaps his fingers.
it just doesn't. I don't see it working like
What?
that. Because the Soul Stone. Because let's be honest, the Soul Stone. He didn't kill people. They went into the Soul Stone
Yeah.
dimension. So they're not dead per se. Everything.
way to ruin it.
Go back in time and make less planets but bigger.
What are you,
But
Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Neil deGrasse.
I mean, with the Infinity Gauntlet, he could be.
Right? Oh, that would have been awesome. Like,
I
it
just
shows
immediately
up.
thought of Sharknado.
Yeah, but like now, okay. So if that
He was
if that's,
Merlin.
if that's the case, then what are we? Are we going off of? Are we going off of comic books or the movie? Because the movie, it seemed like they had more. The gauntlet was limited. Can we agree on that?
It seemed like in the movie, but that might have been just circumstantial. Like we didn't get to see its full power.
Yeah, we didn't get to
Yeah,
see its very.
until
So
this
we're
next
just
one.
we're assuming that he can do that. We're assuming that he can. So like this is all an assumption, but like it just if we're going off of what he did in the movie, I don't know. Like I honestly I don't know.
Oh, he has to get the the construction stone and.
Construction.
I gotta put the
Reflector vest yellow.
Problem with that
It's
would be
it's hard hat.
Well, better get back to rebuilding the universe.
I can agree with what Link said.
He starts bringing in the cranes. Rebuild the city.
Everything is awesome.
That'd be awesome. Dude.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. It really comes down to like the gauntlet. If you're talking about a comic book or the movie based, but movie based, it seems like it was very limited.
Yeah.
The things that he could do, everything he did was because I was talking about it with some other comic. I was talking about some other comic book guys, and it's like everything he did was around him. It seems that with the that's what it is. The Infinity Gauntlet is for it. It only works in the presence of whoever's holding it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so like if I wanted to make this Spider-Man pop come alive, I can do that because it's in my presence.
But if it was at the source still.
It's around. But if I wasn't near it, I wouldn't be able to make it like work from a distance, I guess. The gauntlet's it's like whatever it's in
Around.
in the environment.
But he killed like half of everybody in the
But
universe.
that's the soul stone though. That's an ability of the soul stone.
Okay.
It's not something it's not
They're all sucked into that soul stone.
yeah, it's not like his power per se. That's a property of the soul stone.
Okay.
So like it only like I'll find a better way to explain it, but
Ryan asked also how is this going to tie into the Secret War if they do Secret War? I don't.
do.
That's going to be very hard to do.
Well, if they do Secret Wars, they can finally introduce Venom correctly. So
We all know that Sony won't allow that.
I mean,
Doesn't Richard works with one of you guys, right?
Yep.
Oh, he works with you? Alright, Richard, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna type up a whole thing. I'm gonna send it to him. and
10,000 word essay.
it's gonna just be this whole thing.
Richard, you got.
and then you're then he'll give it to you and you can read it and then we can go from there.
Bullet points, chapters, and some artwork.
I want stick figures.
Well, Richard, what do you think about what I said about how it's in his environment? Like everything, because like if you look at the movie, everything he did, it was in his vicinity.
Well, also I think it has to do with like his mindset. Like what?
Okay.
So he was based on power and like war and bringing order and stuff.
Mhm.
Somebody like that doesn't have the same mindset as somebody who's trying to provide for a galaxy as much as trying to just get rid of a problem.
Okay.
So if the first thing that would come to mind for him, just get rid of half the people and be done with it, rather than trying to provide and feed the problem more.
like more land, more resources.
Yeah, less
So-
people.
yeah.
There's less
Yeah.
problems. Less.
Because
less stuff you have to deal with.
with a military leader, you would have somebody who wants to bomb a nation rather than try to go in and fix the problems of the homeless and stuff like that.
Ryan's like, make sure it's in
Oh my god. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Like he's a militaristic leader. He's not about to go in
Yeah,
and try
but
to fix the economics.
oh,
He's
let
trying
me-
to.
All right, so Richard, the space stone the Space Stone isn't for. The Space Stone isn't for like space. The Space Stone is for traveling. It's not like it's not for. Yeah, it's for.
Well, I feel left out. He didn't hug me.
Oh. it's for yeah, it's for traveling. It's not about like actual like space around an object. It's about
Traversal.
Yes. Oh, look at you.
What?
And the flannel and all.
This is one gives me my knowledge, my final.
Your
Take this off, I'm
knowledge.
just cross-eyed.
You
Yeah.
take it off. You're like, ooh.
Put this on Legion.
Yeah, I agree with that. We're not being argument. We're just having a conversation.
I think you're arguing with him right now.
I'm not. No, I don't
I'm just
feel
kidding
like-
with you.
Lower your voice, sir.
How dare you? Nate.
Sorry.
I love all of you.
All of you are the greatest.
But yeah, so I think
I think the One Ring analogy makes.
One ring to rule it all. What, dude? Thanos and the Lord of the Rings.
Yo,
mixed
Thanos
together.
and Sauron, like, oh.
Oh. He gets
It'd be
the
scary.
he gets the
Right.
ring. He puts it on. He's like,
Doctor Strange and Gandalf team up.
No. Yes.
Why? That'd be like the most amazing. That'd
Oh
be
my
the most
God.
craziest thing
Right.
in the
You
world.
got Treebeard riding, like Groot riding Treebeard.
What? What if Lord of the Rings was the first Avengers?
Mm.
You think about it.
Well,
they were called the Fellowship.
Was the
Think
first
about it,
Avengers?
like-
How so? Like break that down.
Like the first the first Avengers to exist in the time.
Oh, like the first squad.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
the first squad, bro.
Squad up.
Squat up, son. Squat up, Frodo.
Hashtag Frodo gay. Hashtag One Ring, yo.
Which is
Hashtag bling.
That'd be
The one bling.
Cool. That'd be cool.
hashtag Mordor.
I mean, you did technically have. I mean, you had your warrior. You had your.
Aragon was like Captain
Yeah,
America.
Aragorn was Captain America. Yeah, and then you
And
had
Hawkeye.
yeah, Legolas was a better Hawkeye in a way.
You had Thor with his hammer.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
axe.
You pretty much had everybody. Yeah.
Ant-Man
Sure.
could have been Frodo. I don't know.
You had the powerless weak one Black Widow, Frodo.
And he cried a lot.
Gimli was Black Widow.
Gimli.
But Gimli was totally Thor.
Yeah,
He was totally Thor.
true.
Black Widow? That is an insult. Like,
To
Gimli.
who?
I hate Black Widow. Getting her own solo movie, I will not be seeing that. Thank you.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I really hate Black Widow.
Why? As far as what?
She always just seems like she's just there. Like in the movies. Like, I'm not talking about comics, I'm talking about in the movies, I feel like she's just there. Right? Unless it's like Captain America and she's kind of like helping him, like in his solo movies. But in the Avengers, she's just there.
I always feel like she's
Yeah, I think she did the most in Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do think she
But
did
in
the most in
Avengers,
Winter
she
Soldier.
just-
Well, I always feel
following
like
everybody.
it's like you look at from the cartoons and the comics, it's like is she a superhero or like an anti-hero or
Yeah.
because she's like she always has that spy.
mentality.
You don't know if she's spying on America or if she's
Like a double, triple.
you know
agent.
yeah like a double agent kind of because
Captain
it's
America.
she only plays that
Yeah.
she almost plays that in the movies too. When you look at her, it's like are you bad or good? And it's hard to.
Yeah, I can see that.
You
But
know?
I mean, we can only assume she's
She's a blonde now, so that goes out the window.
that she's a spy.
No, the
No.
sexy redhead.
Oh.
Yeah, she changed her hair color for the movie.
Yeah, she's blonde. No reason. It's blonde.
Yeah.
I guess they're trying to blend in, but changing your hair color.
Now that we're talking about that, did any of you see the pit about Infinity War and all that stuff? Did any of you all see the picture of the what's that big guy on the Black Order? The big guy with the
Upside?
what's
Oh,
his name?
Cull
Was it
Obsidian.
Cull Obsidian? Yeah, I
Did
would
you
say
see the
upside. I don't
picture
know
where
why.
he had Captain Marvel's outfit hanging off his
Oh yeah,
belt?
the sash.
the little
Yeah. Did you see
Yeah.
that? Is he a Skrull, or is he a different alien?
No, he's not a scroll.
He's
I mean,
a
he might
Skrull.
just show up in Captain Marvel.
But I mean, scrolls are shapeshifters.
That's what I'm
technically,
saying,
so, I mean,
like-
he could literally be whoever he wants to be, but he's.
because I know that her people fought the Skrulls. You know, so that's why I was thinking maybe he was part. I don't know.
I mean,
part
we
of that.
at this point we don't know anything about what the movie's gonna be about.
I just want
but
to move with the
she's
Skrulls.
Supposed to be the most powerful character in the Marvel.
Yeah, when she
Cinematic
takes off her,
Universe.
if she takes off her, she has these like bands.
Yeah, it's like Wonder Woman.
Yeah, if she takes them off, then
Yeah,
like,
she's like full rage and fury.
yeah, and there's no stop like Dragon Ball Z Goku over 9,000.
Dude, oh, okay. I thought you were
No,
doing versus. I was like,
no.
oh, don't do that.
No.
I'll start that one. Goku versus Superman. Like, what? That conversation is, that one is just, that one always goes over the top. Well, the only reason why, like, so Richard's like, I feel she's a smaller character if they didn't attach an expensive name to it. I mean, the only reason why, Robert Downey Jr. is the one who, from the beginning, ever since Iron Man 2, pushed for a Black Widow movie.
Yeah.
He's the one who's been like
Yeah.
really pushing for it, and
I mean,
now
we'll see.
she's gonna get it. So.
I mean, I might not rush out the theaters to see it. I'll wait,
well, aren't
I'll
you guys
see it.
curious to know Avengers 1, where that scene was when Hawkeye and her are fighting, and she's like, "Yo, this is kind of like," she says someplace, and he's like, "Oh, Ian, you remember?" He's like, "I remember."
Really differently.
Yeah, very differently. So I'm curious curious to know what that was about, but. You don't need to give me a movie. You could give me a
Synopsis.
5-minute clip. Yeah, like a
Yes.
little. Like, you guys ever seen the clips for Agent Coulson?
No.
Like at the end, at the end, they're like little short clips. Like there's one where he's on his way to Thor's hammer, like prior to the first Thor movie. He's on his way. He stops at a gas station to fill up his car with gas, and these guys try to rob the gas station he's in, and he like basically beats them up. Like there's like little, there's like little short, there's like
Ryan put Goku over Superman every time.
every of the time. Oh yeah, it was Budapest. Yeah.
Budapest.
She's like, Budapest all over again. And he's like, you remember Budapest quite different.
But that's the thing, though, is like they could just cover that in like a Marvel short.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm saying.
a
They do a
full-fledged
Marvel,
movie
yeah,
of her.
Marvel
I
short,
don't
yeah.
know if I could sit through it because she like every time she shows up on screen in the Avengers, I
Mhm.
clock out.
You're like,
So it's kind of like every time Elektra shows up in, it's like
Exactly.
it just pulls away. You just
well, she's not like
Exactly.
Again, Elektra's not.
But that's the
She's
thing.
a ninja with size. She doesn't have, and she's not exciting. Like
Well, the one thing that separates Elektra.
Budapest is the Kessel Run of the Marvel franchise. Hey, we finally got an explanation for that.
Elektra is different from Black Widow in that Black Widow isn't the reason for everything happening to the Avengers.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Elektra was
sure.
like the
Elektra
center
was
of
the
everything.
reason.
She was the one.
Wasn't
She was the dragon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just like every time like something cool would be happening,
The
and
only
then
thing I like
boom, she comes on screen and she steals it in such a bad way.
Exactly.
The
Like,
only
they
thing I
put so
liked
much
about
focus on her.
about that whole storyline was the hand.
Oh, because the hand's
So
awesome.
I was like, oh my god, they have the hand and they have the ninjas. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is badass.
I personally think the hand
that head ninja guy, the headmaster guy that fought
Daredevil.
Daredevil, that guy was badass, dude.
I forgot his name, but I know.
I love that scene.
Forget his name too.
But Wilson Fisk and that, the guy they got for Wilson Fisk,
Oh
Keith
yeah, definitely.
Keon,
The
like
best.
perfect. I love that guy.
You know, Michael Clark Duncan, but you know, hey, you know, he's
I didn't even. What?
That's the fire, man.
He did like I did like that scene, how it rolled up to him though, like
Yeah, it's a
And
good scene.
and he's like
a
this,
powerful
he's
scene.
It's,
like
yeah,
yeah,
and he's just like
with his cane,
Yes.
with like
and he's
cigar.
just
Smoking a
like,
yeah, cigar.
Oh my god.
I will say the most powerful villain, even more so than Kingpin for me in the Netflix Marvel universe,
Okay.
was Cottonmouth.
Powerful as
Oh,
far
is that-
as
It's like intimidating.
Is that in Luke Cage?
Like even like with Cottonmouth,
yeah,
he was just power hungry. Like he was
Yeah.
ready to just do whatever.
yeah.
With Kingpin, you saw the vulnerable side where he starts pitching bits and like he's like
Yeah, and then there's
over
the
this
girl.
like and everything goes over the girl.
Yeah,
You didn't get that with Cottonmouth. Cottonmouth was
Straight
just straight up like he would
business and
play.
anger,
He'd be sitting there freaking just playing
Yeah,
the
playing-
keyboard and stuff.
and then killing it too.
Even the laugh.
Yeah, he'd kill
I
it
gotta
too.
watch it. I
was-
gotta watch it.
He was the best. But
After
then-
after I finish Punisher, I'll start watching those.
yeah.
Well, Ryan, I agree. In like our last couple of shows when we've been talking about it, again, the only reason why he won is because Daredevil was the main character. Like he's the most popular character out of those shows.
Yeah.
Daredevil would never, ever, ever,
No, it's a total
ever
yeah.
beat Iron Fist in a fight. It's
No.
not possible. And they changed up Daredevil's fighting style. Like, they made him very flashy, acrobatic, and whatnot. The dude's at the end of the day, Daredevil's
He's
a boxer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Raised
What
by
is
a
he?
boxer.
Yeah, raised by a boxer, trained as a boxer. Why is he doing all these?
Because he was trained by Styx.
like.
Yeah, there was that. Yeah, he had some training.
He did have training from Styx. So.
Yeah, that is true. Styx.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Styx isn't.
Well,
Yeah.
Styx is a badass.
Yeah,
That guy's
that's true.
And I love.
I mean,
the
but
guy they
Styx was trained in like martial arts.
I love.
Yeah.
I love that guy that they got for him.
Yeah, he's a good
That
actor.
was so
Great,
good.
yeah.
Bull from Backdraft.
He was also the guy from Sucker Punch.
Well, yeah. He's been in a bunch of stuff.
Stick.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. Because I mean, Iron Fist trained by monks to be the sworn protector of Kunlun, as he reminded us all in every 5
Every
minutes of every
episode.
episode.
Every
But-
episode.
Him versus a kid from Hell's Kitchen who was raised by a boxer. I mean, not to like diss
Yeah, not to
Daredevil,
miss Daredevil.
but
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the same time, like,
Yeah.
And then Daredevil has his little, his like super hearing and all that extra stuff and whatnot. But
yeah,
it's just, Daredevil should be more of an MMA type fighter. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Calm
yeah.
a little
Yeah.
mixed martial
Yeah.
arts. Yeah. But Iron Fist is just. Iron
Which I
Fist.
can't wait. I can't wait to put up my
Protector.
Daredevil signed Charlie Cox beanie at some point.
yeah.
Sworn protector.
Wait, what does he protect? What who is he?
Iron Fist. The
I
immortal
almost
Iron
forgot.
Fist.
He reminded us.
I got you. Don't worry. I'll remind you.
I am the great.
I'm gonna need you to remind me again in 2 minutes because that's the going rate.
Okay.
Time
Yeah,
to-
it is. I think it is every time. Who are you? I'm the immortal Iron Fist, the sworn protector of Kunlun, the enemy of the hand.
Here's my business card.
Yeah, take this.
Says it all on the business card.
If you forget, just look at it. But if I'm around, just ask.
Now that we're talking about like different characters, Green Hornet. You think they'll ever redo a Green
Oh,
Hornet?
they should,
I hope so.
and they
I
should
do
do it
too.
correctly. I mean, they did
I could
Kato?
see Army.
Kato was
Yeah, they did
badass.
Kato
Could
correctly.
you see? I could see Army Hammer being Green Hornet.
He's just too.
Is he
big.
too tall,
Yeah,
too
he's
big, you
too
think?
big, dude.
Who would you have play Green Hornet?
You gotta. So Seth Rogen, your average middle-aged guy. Like you have to get someone who's average.
Believably average.
Yeah, like who's.
But not to the point where he's like
Yeah.
the guy from East
No,
and Down.
yeah, but he he's a little strength to
Tom
him.
Cruise.
He has Tom Cruise would probably be Kato, not,
I just wanted to
not
see.
Green
I
Hornet.
just wanted to see what you would say to that.
Someone who looks average, who looks kind of normal.
Jake Johnson.
Oh no, because that's too.
Yeah.
As much as I no.
Jake
As
Johnson.
much as I like Jake Johnson, no.
Charlie Day.
Oh my God! What are you doing? That'd be another Seth Rogen Green
Because
Hornet.
you're asking about
No, I
like,
want-
regular dudes. There's a difference.
Yeah, but like a
One kind of
firm,
serious,
yeah, firm regular dude.
So
Like
who would you have?
I don't know. I would have
Yeah.
to take the time to look it up.
Kato. I mean, you could get the guy that was. I can't think what movie it was just in. What's that show? There's a show on TNT too. It's a karate show. It's on TNT.
Karate show.
Borderlands South.
Into the Badlands.
Into the Badlands.
Oh
That
yeah,
guy- that guy.
that's on AMC. Yeah.
That guy could be on. He could be Kato, or you could have the guy that was in. The guy they had for Kato in Seth Rogen's movie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in Kato, the Kato and Seth Rogen's movie was Byung Lee.
Yeah, they could have that guy.
Popstar.
Yeah.
Or even the guy that played Shatterstar.
Into the.
And what?
Yeah, I can see that.
Shatterstar.
Yeah, Shatterstar.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, Kato's not hard to.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
hard to pick. You gotta pick. Ryan said Mark Wahlberg. I can't. Yeah, no, I can't see
No,
that
his
either. Yeah.
voice.
He's
No,
Mark
no.
Wahlberg.
It's yeah.
Did he say
He doesn't
Mark
have the-
Wahlberg earlier? Did Ryan say Mark
Mark
Ryan,
Wahlberg.
Do you like Mark Wahlberg?
Mark Wahlberg.
I gotta.
You're looking this up now.
Yeah, now I'm like kind of invested.
Yeah.
Hey, chicken. Say hello to your mother for me. hey, bad guy. Take some of my Hornet gas.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Bradley Cooper.
Eat a burger.
Oh, I could see that.
Interesting.
I could see that.
Bradley
Interesting.
Cooper.
Yeah.
I want to say Matt Damon, but I don't want to say Matt Damon.
No.
Matt Damon.
I don't want to say Channing Tatum either.
I was
Hugh
gonna-
Jackman?
Gyllenhaal.
I was gonna say Gyllenhaal.
Jake?
Let's go Tom Hanks. He's
I mean, a little bit younger? Yeah, sure, why not? A tad bit younger, yeah.
Kato.
Hey, Kato.
See, I could see a younger, like, George Clooney doing
Let's go for Prince.
Gerard Butler.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
No.
The guy's too small.
Too
Yeah,
small.
he's too small.
Heath Ledger.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he's definitely
Green
not Jim
Hornet.
Carrey.
Stephen Colbert as Green Hornet and Jackie Chan as Kato.
Stephen Cole, like Late Night with Stephen
Yes,
Colbert?
yeah.
Oh my God, no.
No, I kind of like
He'd
Bradley.
make for a great archer.
I think Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper, I like that.
Bradley
Yeah,
Cooper's
I think-
good.
I think Bradley
He has the
Cooper.
comedic chops, and then
Yeah.
he has the look.
But he can also be
Yeah, he has
can-
a look,
yeah.
man.
Nate said, "What about Bradley Cooper as a raccoon that likes guns?"
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yes,
He already is.
I agree.
I could see that.
Really? What?
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
He's Rocket Raccoon.
Oh, is it?
He's the voice of Rocket
Yeah.
Raccoon.
Yeah.
No, I knew that. Come
Oh,
on.
okay.
Yeah. Now you have to remind me every 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm Rocket Raccoon, sword protector of the galaxy.
Sword protector of the galaxy.
Galaxy Kung Lao.
About to get these guns.
Oh my god. That'd be awesome.
God. Oh man. Okay. So Green. I like the villain they had in the Green Hornet. By the way,
Yeah.
the guy from.
It was another
Inglourious
Did you guys?
Basterds.
I don't know if you guys were too young. Did you ever see the old Green Hornet shows back in the day?
Yeah. Which they did with Adam West, the Batman.
Yeah,
like they'd have the crossovers.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
What? I never saw those.
Bruce Lee was Kato.
Really? That's awesome.
Oh, it's so good, man.
The guy from The Office? You mean Jim?
No.
John
Krasinski.
Krasinski?
Krasinski.
No.
Or are you talking about Dwight? Rainn
I'm
Wilson?
White Shrewd.
I'm the Green.
Or are you talking about Michael Scott?
He's
who's,
already had his own vigilante superhero movie. Shut up, crime.
It was awful too.
Super.
It wasn't that great.
With
at
Ellen
all.
Page.
Oh my god, it was so horrible.
Talking about Michael Scott. What's his name? Steve Carell?
Secret.
Yeah.
No. I want like Bradley Cooper.
Oh no, you're Ed Helms. Ed Helms as Green Hornet. I can kind of see.
No,
Really?
no,
That'd be terrible.
No, you don't think so?
Yeah.
no. I'm telling you, Bradley
He's-
Cooper.
Ed
Because of
Helms
his
is-
face, I guess.
Ed Helms is good with groups.
Green Hornet
Yeah.
Green Hornet was a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so his face. That's it.
It's
That's
his
what
face.
you're saying.
yeah, even on the.
Oh my God, he said Kevin.
What does a bean mean?
Kevin was such a great character.
Oh, you're by yourself on that one.
I love that guy.
I'm
Kevin
so
was-
sorry.
Kevin was
no.
hilarious.
My God.
I loved when he would be so stupid.
Toby? What are you doing right now? You're naming like all the bad characters.
Toby.
I didn't like Toby. Well, no, Toby, it's whatever. He was just there.
Neither than Michael
But
Scott.
Kevin, Meredith, and Phyllis. Nope, not fans.
Phyllis.
Not a fan.
Toby is the Scranton Strangler.
Oh yeah, we know. We know he is.
I love that part where Michael Scott learns that Toby's back, and he's like, "No, no!" Like, it's-
God, no.
It's so great, good stuff.
And he was back for he was back for a while too, and he just like realized that he he's like
he came back
yeah.
from some island thing or
Yeah,
some
he
vacation.
like some vacation. Yeah, he was like, "Why don't you just go ask Toby in the annex?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna walk to the back of the annex and I'm gonna ask Toby. Come on." And then he's like, Jim's like, "Yeah, why don't you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm walking back there." he sees the desk. The desk is empty, and he's like, "Yeah, you see what I'm talking about?" And then Toby just walks
by,
the
he's
corner.
like, "No!"
He's like, "Hey, hey, Michael."
And he just starts screaming out.
No, God, no.
Yeah, good.
One of my favorite
Oh,
moments
God, I
in The
love
Office. One of my favorite moments in The Office was when Jim came in dressed as Dwight.
Yes. yes. What did he say? He was like, yeah, I saw these glasses, $4. You know, I had to. And then this whole outfit, $7.
It was like which is worse, a brown bear or black bear?
Yeah,
Yeah, and then he's like, well, that doesn't make wrong. It's the brown bear. Or they run the or whatever. Like just started.
That's debatable.
That's debatable. Or how about the one where they got the Asian guy to come in?
Oh yeah, as Jim to
Yeah.
pretend to be Jim. I'm
Yeah.
like,
He's like, who are you? And he's like, I'm Jim.
I'm Jim. He's like, no, you're not. Jim's not Asian. Well, good for you, Dwight, for not seeing race. Like,
Yeah, and they even like they set it up like a photo like of him.
yeah,
Like,
and with
yeah, it was great.
he's like, yeah. So tell me about that sale. And he's like, oh, you mean the one that I had with blah blah blah, or this one over here? And he's like, well, I'm hoping I got a call for that. And he's just goes to the phone. He's like. And then he puts in the code. He's like, "Yeah, you have the messages." And Dwight's like, "No, that's private. That's confidential stuff." And he's
Yeah.
just like, what do you say? He was like, "Dwight, I'm trying to work or whatever." And then Pam comes by and kisses him. And then he's like,
Yeah.
"This is Jim." And it's just, yo,
That's the best.
Yeah.
I think
That's good.
the best prank was, the magic seeds when they were having the office yard sale. And like he he stepped on them, crunched them up, threw them away multiple times, and then they just kept. He's like, "How'd those get back there?" And he buys them,
Yeah, it was
and I'm
good.
mad the episode ends. So Dwight plants them, and then Jim's pushing the cart that has like fully grown trees on them, and it just ends. And I'm so mad because I wanted to see Dwight's reaction to
That
that.
was so good.
I think that one was good, and I think the cup, the whole, you remember the little treasure map cup
Yeah,
thingy,
yeah.
where he made him
Yeah.
made him search for the I don't know,
The
something.
one of my other favorites is the Christmas party.
Yeah, that was good. When Jim would fax the offices
Yeah.
Dwight from the future.
The Christmas party when they did the whole exchange thing, and Michael Scott was so excited, and then someone got the iPod, and then like he got the oven mitt from the what's the girl chick's name in there?
Phyllis?
Phyllis.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Phyllis always doing
this is like the worst gift ever. Christmas is ruined, and he like walks out.
See, that's the thing. Like that episode, like
I
the
know that.
awkwardness was so overwhelming
was
in
so
that room.
great.
Like, they're all just looking around like, Michael, you know that you want the iPod. Like,
Yeah, we know you want the iPod.
do you want the iPod?
That
Oh,
was
God.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah,
And then
gotta
after
love
they're
The
like,
Office.
oh, let's do a whole where they start switching the gifts, and he got it where he got the iPod, and oh,
Yeah,
that's the
it's a good show.
Oh man, yeah, The Office was great. Parks and Rec was great.
Yeah.
They tried to do a Muppet show in the style of those movies. Those shows.
I had just The Office is probably one of the most rewatched shows in my house. I had just finished it actually a couple days ago, and then I watched the newest season of Voltron, and Voltron was amazing. It was so
Man, I'll tell you.
so good.
it brings me back.
Oh
to
yeah,
the
but I
old
was gonna
days.
tell you, like, yeah, no, it's a whole separate season. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
a continuation. Yeah.
Well, I thought it was.
No, because like you had told me it was a continuation. Like, no, it's a whole
Oh, so-
completely new season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was just like, I watched it, and I was just like,
Where do you think
it
it's
was
gonna go from
fun.
there? Like, you think they're gonna continue it or just?
I don't know, because at this point, at the end, they have, well, they won.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
like without spoiling anything, they won.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I just hope they don't go the route of like, oh, let's make the car Voltron.
Oh God.
Because you saw like near the end, like all these team of, they started doing a new like that whole
Yeah,
the
the
ship,
MFEs, like
big
the,
ship.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I don't know, but I liked it. I was like, cool.
Yeah. Parks and Rec was my shit.
Oh hey, let's go.
Parks and Rec.
If we can go back to comics real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you know about it. You know about the Black Label comics coming out, right? With the Batman Damned,
Yeah, I had.
and that's like
heard about them.
three issue miniseries.
No idea. Like I had, because I remember I remember seeing something about it, but I have no idea what it was exactly.
Well, just alone, the artwork alone.
Yeah. Who's the artist?
I don't remember who the artist is, but just
Search it
flipping through the pages, like I just wanted to buy the book without any art or any story. Oh, is that the?
Batman Damn.
Oh.
Ooh. Oh, that's tight.
Yeah, not interested.
Batman Dan #2.
Yeah, the cover looks dope.
You're not interested?
No offense to, because the artist is Lee Bermejo.
You don't like his art?
I don't. No, I respect his art. I don't
What?
like. I don't like the He did a Batman story. It was
Arkham.
no, not that one. Batman Noel.
Oh,
That storyline.
Oh.
I hate that suit with a burning passion.
Yeah, but wait until you see this.
That is the most. That is the.
Zach, find that suit.
That is the most like because it has all these like ridges and layers. Like it is. I hate that. You played Arkham Origins.
yeah.
Yeah, you remember the and then it's like the cape doesn't like it's like a whole
It's like table.
like a Vegeta armor piece and like the cape is
I don't
attached
think
like
this one
nah,
looks tactical. This one looks
Nah.
right. From what I remember seeing.
like he's a great artist, but that suit, man.
I don't. Well, anyways, guys, Batman Dam's coming out here in September, I think.
Mhm.
It's a 3-book miniseries. It's the DC's new line of Black Label comics that they're coming out with. I guess they're gonna do like different ones after Batman. So
Yeah. I'm trying to find a picture of the suit. It's
Oh, real.
yeah. It's here we go. This is
I think the suit looks cool.
No, that's the Batman Noel suit.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
yeah. Different like
because
those
that's
ribs.
his suit. Like Lee Bermejo created that for the storyline. That's the suit. I do not know.
I just like how it
not
looks
a fan.
lifelike. The artwork looks like.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. The man. No one does shadows better than Lee Bermejo. Like the way, look at it. Like no one does
Yeah.
shadows better than him. The guy's amazing.
Yeah.
Don't like the suit.
Oh man. See, I love that suit.
Really?
I just like the detail on it. Yeah. I'm not really crazy about the way that
How
that
that
go
goes
off.
off.
But I
It
like
looks like
I like the detail in the suit. I like the fact that it looks like it's stretching over
Yeah,
him.
he fixed it. I can tell he fixed it. That's not the way it was originally. At
Show
least
him
it
the
doesn't
Dead
look
Man.
like it.
Show him Dead Man. If you can find that.
If I can find it, yeah.
The Dead Man looks awesome.
But yeah, like I remember Batman Noel. I liked the suit, but I didn't like how just like that one part of the shoulders just like went off like almost
Is
like
Batman
shoulder
Noel?
pads.
Is it like a Christmas story type thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a retelling of
He
like
looks
a
like
Christmas
Vegeta,
Carol.
man.
Over 9,000. Joker.
Yeah, it's like a retelling of Christmas Carol, but with Batman characters.
Oh, okay.
It works.
Yeah.
I have no interest reading that.
I mean, it's different.
Yeah, you don't want to.
But Black Issue, man, like I can't wait to see what other heroes they're gonna use. That's what I'm curious about.
They're gonna do all their, you know,
You think they'll do like Superman?
probably like all their. big
Superman
ones.
damned. Oh, there he is. Look, Butler Wolverine. Going up, bub?
No,
No.
you're going
You're
down.
going down with my heated claws. Would you like a hot towel? He's up their towels with like his hot claws. Defender's best.
What you going for?
I'm just looking.
Are you looking for like headlines and stuff?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, look at that Omega Red.
Wolverine variant presents a totally logical use for Logan's new claws. Oh, it's probably the one where he's like cooking out for them. That's actually a thing.
Let me cook your burger.
Like he's got like steaks and stuff on his claws. He's like cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sing a song while John's looking at pictures.
I don't know. Man.
Any questions you guys got for us out there? You wanna throw our way? I think we're getting to that time where we're gonna stop here.
It's over 5 actually.
What is
Yeah.
that? Oh shit.
Hmm?
Hold on, go down.
What?
The Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Thanos dressed as.
Oh my god, son.
Yeah, that's.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oof. That's a beautiful cover.
That's the last one too. Ooh.
That's a
Who's writing that?
Some
I didn't.
cover.
Jeff Johns writing that?
no
Oh, Sean.
Cades.
Okay. I like that cover, man.
Yeah, that's a dope cover. But
Any questions?
Vegeta versus Lil Wayne in bowling.
Oh my god.
I would just assume Vegeta would win.
Well, let's
Super
let's
Saiyan
think about this
Vegeta?
for a minute.
Is it Super Saiyan Vegeta or is it just Vegeta?
Does it really matter?
Yeah, it's Vegeta.
Yeah, it does. Like Super Saiyan
I mean, it's
can
versus
throw the
Lil
ball
Wayne.
harder. Well,
Yeah,
Lil
but
Wayne could be
versus-
awesome in bowling. Who knows?
But Vegeta would just throw the ball and it would just explode everything that hits in the vicinity.
You're assuming he already knows how to throw a bowling ball. He's from
I
Planet
would-
Vegeta.
I would assume he knows how to throw something, yes.
I don't know.
I mean, Lil Wayne is not. I mean, like he could be great at bowling, but he's just kind of good at a
what
lot
if
of
Lil
stuff.
Wayne's good at bowling and roller skating? I mean, we don't know.
Like, he
You
can
mean
barely.
skateboarding?
He
No,
can.
roller skating.
He can barely skate,
Like
and he has a
roller
ramp in
skates.
his house.
Oh, well, Lil Wayne's a skateboards. I know that.
He skateboards?
Yeah, he skates. Yeah,
What?
yeah. That's a thing. He's always been a.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
When will we get Cosmic Spider in a movie?
I wish.
I don't know how they would fit that in.
Yeah,
though.
but
That would be so universal. Like that'd be just such a gigantic film.
It would
yeah.
have to be like.
And
just,
not a lot of people know about Cosmic Spider.
yeah.
You know, it's
One
like
of, one of his strongest forms.
other than the Zombie Spider.
Yeah.
Zombie Spider-Man.
The Zombie Spider-Man. yep.
Which I'm gonna try to get that for like Christmas or something. That big book.
With the omnibus.
Yes. Marvel
Oh,
Zombies, man.
Yeah.
Written by Robert Kirkman.
How crazy would that stinger have been?
That would have
Like
been
a post
amazing.
credit scene where just one of them gets bit.
And it's Captain America, like he gets bit,
Yeah.
and then he turns, and you see like his face kind of turn a little bit, like underneath his mask or whatever,
And then just goes black.
and it goes black, and you're like, oh shit, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, it goes to black and then you just hear like a zombie noise. Like that'd be dope. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yo, that'd be crazy. Holy cow.
Cosmic Spider is gonna be a long thing in the making. Like that, we just would. You don't have enough characters.
You're gonna get
And then you have to explain the what is it the not the Quasar band. That's Captain Marvel's thing. You'd have to explain the power cosmic.
Is it
the
Peter
name.
Parker? Is it Peter Parker as Cosmic Spider, or is he the holy?
No, it was Peter Parker. Yeah, Peter got it. I'm trying to remember what
Cosmos.
yeah.
Cosmis
Spider.
I'm trying to remember what the power what it was.
Yeah.
The uni power. That's what it was.
Unipower.
Yeah, Spider-Man possesses the cosmic.
I
ability
own the
after
uni
years.
belt for uni power. I want some more stuff with the Goblin,
Which one?
Green Goblin.
Green Goblin,
I would like to see Hobgoblin
The
too.
or
OG.
Hobgoblin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one of my favorite scenes, or not scenes, but pages reading the Spider-Man before the new one we just read.
Oh yeah, the good one.
Ryan says Cosmic Spider and Hulk Spider are his strongest forms aside from Black Symbiote. What do you mean strongest in terms of what? Zombie Spider-Man ate Thanos, and due to eat or was
No,
it
no,
he ate
Galactus.
Galactus? Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, Hulk
He
killed
ate-
Thanos.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. He ate
Hulk smashed Thanos' head.
Yeah, he ate Galactus and took on the Galactus like he took the
He
power.
pretty much was
Galactus.
like
A Celestial.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Celestial
at that point, like Celestials definitely beat Power Cosmic, like the Unipower. That's not. Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Did he shoot like comments and stuff out of his hands instead of webs?
The whip.
That'd be cool.
Like stars and stuff.
Yeah, like and then just kind of like swinging from. That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Or he like makes black holes.
Yeah, that'd be
Just
dope.
sheer weight.
That'd be
Just
cool.
throws them off their orbit. Hilarious.
That'd be awesome.
crazy.
Should we tell the people that are on right now watching us that we're gonna reformat stuff, or are we just gonna just do it and put it
We are in the process of trying to reformat the show to be more streamlined, because we kind of have videos coming out like everywhere. I'm having trouble putting out videos daily just because of my hectic schedule during the week with my job and trying to get sleep and trying to balance my work, my personal life.
You know, life.
So we're trying to streamline the show to where it's easier for us to put out videos, but not have to sacrifice quality or content.
Yeah.
So bear with us for the next couple of weeks. We're gonna be trying to reformat things and try to get things on the right track, so we can have a set schedule that we can actually adhere to. But yeah, so it's gonna be kind of hectic, but we appreciate you guys sticking with us on this because we know you guys support us. We support you guys. And we love talking to you guys on here. This is awesome.
Yeah, like this will be like pretty much the area you'll get all the news from us, the Friday stream.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do, like, me and Zach are gonna team up and do the weekly spill as a together show. So.
And then the daily sip portion of the channel will actually be moving over to Instagram. I'll be posting the daily sip stuff on Instagram daily. So I'll be taking over Instagram in that regard. So if you guys are looking for more daily sip stuff, go to the Instagram. Other than that, we're going to be making more of the videos on the channel collaborative.
Yeah.
So it'd be awesome.
And then if, like I said last time, if you guys know people that like this stuff, promote, get us out there, let them know about the show and tell them to subscribe, and that helps us out a lot too. So.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, heck yeah. We want to definitely help our community grow.
Yeah.
And make this like a huge, basically an army of muggers.
Muggers.
Army of muggers.
With a mugger box.
Well, that's for a later time.
Oh yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
You too can come to Muggalopolis.
I
don't know.
The muggership.
The muggership.
Oh man. But yeah, guys. So anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us for this video. We will see you guys next Friday. I've been Zach.
I'm Ryan.
John.
And we'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good night.
Oh, Ryan says I wear your pins often.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
Thanks,
I appreciate that, man.
We're not
Heck
done
yeah.
yet. Hey, thanks, Ryan. All right.
Have a good night, guys.
See ya.
If I can stand up.
Bye.